Well, a couple minutes late. It's fine. Kind of standard at this point. We do what we can, I suppose. Starting off on a high note with this one, I think. Yeah, I gotta do a little bit of side content type stuff for Street Fighter today. Methinks. That's the plan, anyway. Real quick. Yeah, there you go. OST tier list, maybe a very definitely not Giga premature actual tier list for the post patch as well. Just do a bunch of fun stuff today, I think. All right. Oh, right, because it switches up. Yeah, they switch it up on your ass when you get to, like, you know, lower health or lower time or stuff like that. Later rounds, they got different versions of all the themes. Very true. What's going on, Ophidia? Hello, hello. How you doing? Alright. I think I'm good. Both streams are up. No technical difficulties, I don't think. Oh yeah, I guess. Good time to check, probably. Yeah, the mic is... Okay, sometimes OBS decides my mic just, like, isn't going to be registered that day, so luckily it's not the case today. What's going on, Genevieve? Ooh. I'm also just now realizing this is my first time listening to the entirety of the Ryu theme. Jesus. What was that? I gotta go back to that. I kinda like that. Okay. Yeah. It's a very feast or famine OST, I think. I think there definitely are a lot of fucking stinkers on this. But how exactly does signing up as a team work on challenge? I believe you give a team name and you mention the two usernames that are affiliated, I think, and then your team name displays in bracket, right? There are lots of technical difficulties. I keep fucking up techniques and misinputting, so true. My top character themes are Jamie, DJ, and Blanca's. Jamie's is just, Jamie's I think is probably just the best theme in the game. I don't really even know if there's like too much, even like room for subjectivity on that one. The ones I'm interested in, I don't think I've really listened to any of the DLC themes with any real thought put behind it. Like I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what, like, you know, Ed's theme is. Akuma's I think I catch every now and then. Akuma's like catches my ear in game, which lets me think that's probably pretty good. But we shall see. We shall see. Oh, what the fuck? Dude, the fact that these themes change so much, it's almost making me wonder if we should listen to the whole things. And we got time. Or like, you know, at least like skip around like a bunch, like make sure we get to at least every portion of the song. But yeah, I mean, there's fewer characters in this game than there is in Grand Blue on the bright side. So we do have more time than usual, I think. To be like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 24. Okay. SF6 OST tier list. Yo, Ed, S tier? Yes, okay, that's what I'm curious about. A lot of the DLC themes, I think I already have some idea of where I want to put some of these, all the base game stuff, like just, you know, from just playing the game for a little bit. But I don't know what a lot of the DLC themes sound like off the top of my head. This will be fun. Also, Marsh 5858, thank you for the follow when I wasn't even live. That's great. What a time to be alive, man. What a nice guy. Yeah, I think we just get into it, and then we'll do this. I think I want to do like maybe like an actual tier list afterwards as well. Maybe like do a video talk. We did Geef's best moves. We talk about Geef's worst moves after. Maybe play some ranked if we got some time left over. We'll see. We'll see what we end up getting up to. But yeah, let's get going. I'll play that Ryu theme again just because of that shit. I'm sorry. It is good, and it'll be the first thing we do. Say hi to Geef. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that first actually. Because you did, I did miss out on one. There was, I think, was it Sunday? I think you were like, hey, say hi to Geef, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it later, and I just never did it. It was Sunday, yeah. Here he is. Hello. I apologize. You'll get a wave with the right paw, and the wave with the left paw, just because. Paying off the Geef debt right there. He says hello. He's kind of a fan of this Ryu theme also. It's like, you know, it's pretty good. I'll think it's like amazing. I think it's pretty good though. I'm a fan. All right. Going from Guilty Gear to OST to SF6 is like getting cold water thrown on your ears. We'll see. It's definitely a very different objective they're going for with the Street Fighter music, right? Let's get the video started, I guess, and then we'll talk about it in some more detail. All right, folks, we are back with a more Street Fighter 6, doing something a little bit different today, a little bit more fun, not just, we're doing an OST tier list, basically, is the idea. Listen, there's been a lot of shade thrown at Street Fighter 6's OST. I think some of it is justified. I don't think it's probably as bad as people make it out to be. I think maybe some of it's a little boring, for sure. I will say, I think the problem is that it really is in very tough competition, right? Like, fighting games in general tend to have, like, really, really strong soundtracks. So even if Street Fighter 6 is like, okay, that could be a problem. But we'll see. Yeah, I guess we're probably not going to stick with these tiers right here. Let's see. I mean, I am a fan. We did one of these for Grand Blue too, and I had the highest tier be called Fire Piano Guy back then. I kind of like that idea. I'm gonna keep that. Let's say. So I think something that's interesting about the Street Fighter 6 music is definitely is like kind of good more so designed to be like background music, right? Also, Luca, thank you for the 7 months, man. I'm gonna be very quick because I have to sleep, so have a good stream. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you dropping the prime on your way out there. But yes, have some good sleep, get some good rest, man. Your continued support is amazing, as always. But yeah, so the Street Fighter 6 OST is like very much intended to be like a nice sort of like accompanying piece to the match, right? Not quite so much as in your face as something like, like the Strive soundtrack or something. That's why even like, it fluctuates based on like if you're in the final round or low health, stuff like that. So I don't know if that like makes it so we have to be like more generous to it, but I guess it's something to keep in mind, right? Let's call this could be a bop, right? Let's say this is mid. And then I think I like boring. And then I don't know if anything will go in here, but like if something is like actively bad, right? We can put it there, right? I don't know, like because this is just like it's kind of whatever. Yeah, like it just kind of doesn't really do much for me. This is like actively listening to it is unpleasant, right? Either it's like the sounds are not fun, or it's like way too it's too like jagged or something like that. Hurts your ears listening to it. I don't know if anything goes in there. I will say, I have a decent idea, I think, of what most of these character themes sound like just from playing the game a bunch. The DLC characters, not so much. I couldn't place off the top of my head. Like, I don't know what, like, Aki or, like, Bison's theme sounds like, So some of this will be new to me, for sure. But yeah, I mean, before we get into it, as always, if you like this kind of stuff, drop a like on the video, all that sort of stuff. If you want to come by, hang out on the streams. I do stream every day from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, except for Fridays. So come by, hang out. Link in the description there to my Twitch. I'm also live on YouTube most of the time as well. But yeah, to get started, we are obviously listening to our first OST right here. I have not realized they got the flute in Ryu's theme. It was very nice. That is something that I only learned today. Yeah, I mean, I also want to listen to the whole themes the whole way through. I think it'll take a little too long. I think more accurately what we should probably do is sort of jump sort of throughout them, right? Because they do switch as they expect you to be, again, lower health, final rounds, low timer, etc., etc. The themes do kind of morph. But yeah, Ryu's theme is first, and honestly, I really like Ryu's theme. Not just, I think it's fun. Right? I think it's fun to listen to. I think it's a little bit more, like it's not quite as like elevator music-y as like some of the other ones. Right? I think it is noticeable. I definitely do notice it when it's playing, even in match. And I don't know, I like it. The vibe of it kind of fits Ryu, I think. I'm not like Street Fighter Giga lore head, but like my understanding is that Ryu at this point, Ryu is like firmly has become like a master type figure, right? With all like the new gen people coming in SF6, stuff like that. Ryu's been there, he's done that, he's been around the world, he's done all the shit, he's beaten like everyone who fucking exists on the planet, and now he's just kind of like he's doing like the wandering hobo thing that he's always done, but it seems like he's maybe a little bit more funky with it, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more chill now that he's got nothing left to prove, really, right? Well, all that being said, though, I like it. I don't know if it's like amazing, right? We'll see. I think it's good. We'll see. Maybe relatively, if this is the best the OST has to offer, then probably everyone saying that it's pretty ass is probably right. But I personally, I'll tell you what, I think there's at least one other OST in this game that I enjoy far more than Ryu's, right? But it's a good start, certainly. And I started with Ryu because the alternative would be to start with Luke. And I gotta tell you straight up, we can listen to it right now. I don't think they did an amazing job with Luke, okay? I like the start. I do like the start of his theme. But I can bring over like the YouTube video I'm listening to, I guess. Shout out to Epic Mega Sauce here for uploading this. But I like the start of this theme. Also, hello, Unico. But it really is just this for a while, if I remember correctly. I really like Luke's theme. I find it a little boring. Luke's theme is a revamped version of his theme from SF5. It's probably not great in SF5 either. Let me see though. Let me give it a little bit. I always just think of like the do 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 bum ba dum bum beam beam, and then I just think in my head it just like loops like that over and over. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if my conception is correct, I think it's a little boring. Let's see. Well, this one's not that long. We can listen to the whole thing, honestly. Get some headphones on. I mean, he is kind of like a chill-ass viber with like a bussin' haircut, right? This is definitely the theme of a chill-ass viber, so I can kind of see it on that. But like, it does kind of, okay, so this is a weird connection to draw, but maybe this will make sense to some people. So you know how like in Dokkan, for example, they'll have like 30-second intro clips for the units, but like then it just kind of, and they're usually like pretty nice pieces of like 30-second music, but then it just kind of loops in on itself over and over. I'm getting a similar kind of vibe, you know? There's a nice like 30 seconds of music in here. I don't know, I want to listen to it for 3 minutes. This is probably like the lower health, right? Dokkan OC's goated? True. But the looping is what I'm more so referring to. Oh, this is cool. It's a little different. Yeah, again, all the themes are like, you know, they have different, again, it's when you're low on health, when you're final round, when I think, God, is it one other one when the timer's low, maybe? It's just okay, is the same. Maybe I know it's gonna be greatly subjective. I know. It feels like it's only okay. It's just a little, I don't know. It's like a little low energy for me, and I think that maybe is the point, right? He's a chill ass viber, but like this is where some people I've heard the criticism levied at SF6 that it kind of feels like it's not fighting game music, right? Like it's just kind of like, yeah, it's kind of chill, but like it's not. It feels weird to have it playing during a fighting game match, right? I like it because it's funky and doesn't induce a panic attack while fighting. It makes the fight feel cool, I guess. I mean, yeah, maybe it's just different strokes, right? I can definitely see the appeal of this. I feel like I want a little bit of hype in my fighting game music. This is a fine piece of music, I think. I'm not sure it's a great piece of music to like listen to while playing a fighting game, right? I got nothing against it. Is, I will say, it's better than it's less boring than I remember it being. I do think it's a little boring though, right? I do think it's just a little boring. It's not bad. It's just a little boring. I'm not so sure that I'm that interested in it. Again, as a theme that plays while we're in a fighting game, right? I will tell you though. I will tell you though. This next one I think is honestly kind of the best of both worlds. If you like the sort of jazzier bits of Luke's theme and the energy, and you don't want to just be bored listening to your shit while you play your game, this Jamie theme. I'm a really big fan of Jamie's theme personally. Like it starts strong, it stays strong, it's just strong forever, right? And it just gets better as it goes too. The top player is here. Yep. Like, right? I mean, you probably already know what this sounds like. I feel like this is one of the more like recognizable tracks from the game, right? The thing is though, the thing that I really like about this is it feels like it just keeps picking up and picking up and picking up the longer you listen to it. Right? I really like the sort of the low HP transformation of this, the like final round transformation. Cause see, like here, it's got that like, you know, it's pretty chill. It's got some more energy for sure. It's like a higher BPM track, I guess, than Luke's. Like it's overall, this is like just, you know, kind of jazzy, kind of chill. Big fan of it, right? But then it gets really bombastic as it goes. It's also nice that in Jamie's taunt he hums his theme, bro. Even he knows that shit's fire, man. It's amazing. Right. Get kind of a little bridge to build up. And then where's the? Oh yeah. It goes here, but then it keeps. If I remember correctly, there's still one sort of more layer they add on top of it too. Right? This shit's good. I got no issues with this. Like this to me is sort of the best of both worlds, right? We're talking about like Ryu's theme being a little bit more energetic, Luke's theme being a little bit more chill. There's a part that I'm looking for too. I think yeah, this. Right, like yeah, this is where it really it picks it up a little bit. I'm a big fan. Yeah, 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 yeah. Actually, I don't know what happens near the end of this, actually. Kind of cools down again. Oh, right, no, yeah. I will say, I'm not like the biggest fan of this part, but I kind of understand that it's like a bit of a, right, another sort of cooldown. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It does sort of like it hits its like highest high, and then it just spends the rest of the song sort of cooling down from there, right? But I'm still, even like the cooldown parts, I think are still very enjoyable. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I mean, listen, maybe I'm biased. I don't know. I'm a big fan. Jamie's theme, I think, is one of the best in the game. Personally, I'm a very big fan of it. I listen to like this is one of the only themes I think that I listen to outside of like playing the game, right? Like sometimes, because the whole OST's on Spotify, right? Sometimes I'll just like I'll be working or something, like I can listen to some fucking Jamie theme right now. It's just a good time, man. It's just enjoyable. I actually don't. Oh, wait, no, I know. Yeah, I think I mixed up in my head. I think I mixed up Manon's music with Fet Forain, with her stage theme, right? The stage theme, Fet Forain goes crazy. If I remember correctly, Manon's music, it hits the vibe for sure, but I'm not outside of like these first like couple seconds, because you hear these like during round starts, you're much more focused on the music. There's less going on. I don't think I have a conception of what this really sounds like. Yeah, sure. Oh, okay, yeah, no, okay. I have like generally forgotten what this is. Like, yeah. Okay. I've never heard Manon's theme. Now that I'm hearing this, I like it's I remember what it sounds like, but it is a little bit more it is a little bit more muted, right? So you can definitely miss it if you're not listening to it. Like if mid match, you might not be quite as able to catch it, right? Oh, it does have the There's a little build up section. Okay, hold on a second. Where does it go from here? This is gonna matter a lot, because I do like this, but I forget where it goes from here. Does it kind of just does he just go back to chill ass vibing, or? Okay. That felt like we were building up to something, I felt like we were building up to something, and then we just kind of I feel unresolved. Okay. Listen. We're gonna keep listening. I might move ahead a little bit. What is this? Most replayed? What is it? Oh, okay. I do like this. Yeah. It does kind of break down into this a little bit. This part's nice. Why didn't that come after the build-up, man? Right? I'm no music producer. I'm just saying. Why didn't that come after all we spent all that time building up? I'll tell you, I like this more than Luke's, I think. Luke in my head is sort of the, unfortunate, he's like kind of the poster boy of just like the themes I don't really like in this game, I think. This has more I feel like it's changing more often, right? It's got more going on. I really do like this little build-up section too. I just feel like maybe it's not a build-up section and I'm misreading it? Right. Like, it feels like we're building up to something. Oh, okay. That time we hit at least a little bit of something. I don't know, man. Mixtape, what? No, unfortunately, I can only critique. I have no actual artistic talent, as is the case with most critics. Yeah, dude. I feel like I want to like this one so much more. Like I really do. I want to like this one so much more. It just doesn't. It feels a little disappointing at times. I do like this. What kind of Risk of Rain 2 ass? What is? I feel like I've never heard this part. What is that? Oh, it's kind of the end. Okay, I like those last few seconds where man, this is a weird one, because I feel like there are parts of it that I really do enjoy, and parts where I'm just like I feel like I'm actively disliking what I'm listening to because I feel disappointed. I think that it's probably mids, right? I don't know. Just parts again. It just felt a little. If it was reorganized a little bit, I think I would have liked it a lot more. I'm not sure if that's like musically possible without like ruining what they were going for. I don't know, but me personally, I felt like the build up, the sections that kind of go into nothing, and a little bit too much downtime make it only mid for me. I think, even though I do really like I like the high points for sure. Um, what does Kimberly's theme sound like? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, I'm gonna say like maybe the critiques about the OST. I've lost my tab. Where the hell? Let me on full screen, I guess. Where I put my YouTube, man? Was I just listening to this shit? I must have closed the tab. It's fine. Kimberly SF6 OST. But yeah, like some of the critiques about the theme, about the OST, might be a little bit more accurate if you know if I can't remember what a lot of the themes sound like off the top of my head. Maybe that does mean the music's a little boring, right? What's going on, Oni? Let's see what is going. Oh no, wait, no, Kimberly's. I immediately remember now that I see the image in front of me. Yes, yeah, and Kimberly's is quite good, if I remember correctly. Or at least, again, this is one of those. The first like 10-15 seconds of an OST are much more memorable, just because you hear them like you're most focused on them during round start. And I like this part, but actually, oh yeah, no, I think I do like this one. Let's see. I'm kind of. We're ranking character themes, indeed, yes. Yeah, sure. She's upside down. Yeah, I do like this whole thing here, right? There's like Mega Man ass. I don't know how to describe this. It sounds like almost some sort of like Mega Man stage theme or boss theme or something, but like this little. I don't know what the technical term for this is. This little melody here, I really do enjoy. That kind of shows up at the, I guess there's no chorus in like an instrumental piece of music, but it just feels like the, you know, instrumental equivalent of a chorus to me, right? This one's all right. Her level 3 theme is great. Oh yeah, true. She does have 2 separate ones, doesn't she? We might have to listen to that and put like a second image in for her somewhere. Oh, it is kind of looping though a little bit. Are we gonna get something a little different in here, or does it kind of? Do we just do this forever? Level 3 sounds like the Price is Right music. Oh, I mean, to be fair, Price is Right theme goes a little bit hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will say one thing. I feel like the OSTs definitely do capture the characters pretty well, right? The personalities are very different. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. I'm aware of this. It's weird. Her theme is weird, right? Like there's a. Is there something like sad in Kimberly's backstory that I'm not aware of, something like that? Because like the character and the personality of the character, like it's very, you know, she's pretty just like girl boss, happy-go-lucky, just doing whatever the fuck she wants, very carefree kind of vibe. There's like a weird. There's like a weird air of like I don't want to call it sadness, but something like that in some of these more Mega Man soundy bits. Not sure why. Maybe I'm picking up something that's not there. JP was the person that allegedly killed her dad? Huh? Okay. Also, yeah, allegedly, yeah, bro. If you can pin anything on JP, that motherfucker probably did that. I see. There's definitely something a little sad in some parts of this. I will say, yeah, this like past minutes has been a little mild. That's interesting. This has got to be like the shit that plays when there's like 9 seconds left on the clock, right? It's the kind of stuff that has you sticking out your fucking your sweep in neutral, trying to close the round out. I will say something that is like a little underrated about the SF6 music, I think, and you kind of have to play the game to realize it. Like if you're ever in like because the OSTs like shift as the match states changes. If you've ever been in like a low health, low time situation in SF6, I feel like the OST like subconsciously does kind of fuck with you, right? Like it does definitely amplify the anxiety of the situation. I do think it does that pretty well. But to listen to it on its own is what I'm more so talking about right now, right? That was okay. I mean, the big. I think it just kind of ended kind of weak, right? Is the big problem. I feel like I liked it. It kind of just is constantly curving down for me, right? The first part's pretty cool, then it just kind of loops into that again, and then it just sort of trails off for the next minute. I mean, when I say it like that, when I put it like that, ooh, because I do really like the first minute, but it's 3 minutes and 20 seconds. We can't just be doing that, man. Fuck, I guess so, huh? When I say it out loud, I guess it is a little bit boring. Let's listen to her. I do wish more series would have dynamic OSTs for low health and time. Yeah, again, I think this OST does do that very well, right? I guess let's listen to Kimberly level 3 OST. Yeah, I think it's this, right? Vocals version? No. Instrumental version. Oh, right, yeah, sure. Okay. This is about as far as I usually pay attention, because level 3 just ended. I I can kind of see the angle there with it sounding a little bit like game show music. I can kind of see that. I know where you're coming from. Sure. I remember more of this than I thought I did. Then it kind of breaks down a little. Yeah. Oh, I've not paid attention to the guitar in this, but I think it's the kind of thing that you wouldn't really pick up maybe quite as much when you're playing a match. Kim is also a very vocal character, right? She says a lot of shit over top of her own theme. No fear. This thing gives me Mirror B vibes from Pokemon Coliseum. Interesting. Oh. What are we doing here? We got like a minute left. Oh, we just loop, huh? It's a minute 20 and then it loops another minute 20? Is that how we're doing this? I think so. That was perfectly halfway. I think we might just loop the rest of this. That's not great. I think so. I think it's what we're doing. Yeah. I mean, listen. What if we just counted it as the first minute and 20 seconds? It's just a really short OST. Thoughts? It's just a really short minute and 20 long OST. Ignore the fact that back half of it is just it looping again. I'm pretty sure that's the case anyway. I need to get another image in here for Kim. Hold on. Oh no, not this. Browse. Do I have any Kimberly shit on my computer already? Maybe. Yeah, you know what? Sure. There you go. I just don't like that it swaps out whatever music you have going on for it. Yeah. It's kind of like it's like Yang when she goes into her little low health install thing in BB Tag, but I like her song a lot better than this one. I mean, again, if we're just counting this, so it's her doing a little hop here. Sure, so we'll count that. If we're just counting it as just being like its own little minute and 20 long thing, and not the fact that it loops. If it just loops twice, that's pretty boring, right? Honestly, if it doesn't loop twice, I don't think it's great. I do like the guitar though. The guitar did. I did notice a couple things, right? But yeah, if we assume that it's not just we're not grading it on it looping like the exact same thing twice, then I think it's probably mid. It's not great, but I do like it. Okay, Marissa. Hello, Marissa. What's up with you, Marissa? Get through the ESRB rating real quick. Oh, okay, yeah, no, this one's recognizable. I'm not so sure I like this one. Right, like I know what this one sounds like. But we'll also see. I haven't really heard. I haven't heard it by itself ever. I don't think. I think I did kind of miss out on the. Yeah, some of the instruments in the back here. They almost sound like weirdly like pharaonic. You know what I mean? It's like some Yu-Gi-Oh type shit. That's probably about as much of it as I usually actively listen to. I think. Where do we go from here? Actually, don't know. Oh right, yeah. I really do not like her fucking gladiator helmet hairband, I will say. Marissa is so cool, but why does her hair have to be so stupid looking? I'm glad a lot of the alternate skins have more normal hair anyway. Normal-ish. Ooh, okay. Boy, I think we just loop from here, right? This isn't like... Or, no. Yeah, okay, no, we go on something else, actually, yeah. This is better than I gave it credit for. I think I like this more than I originally thought I would. Let's see. We got a little bit of time left still. Yeah, for some of these longer ones, I think I might just skip ahead a bit, but we got the general gist of what's going on. The ones that are like 2 minutes long, it's not that bad. But where do we go from here? There we go, kind of into another one of these Yu-Gi-Oh style build-ups. That's fine. I do like these, by the way. I know I'm skipping through it, but like, it's got like a weird. Yeah, it's got this ancient air to it, right? I'm actually a big fan of that. Oh right, and then this. Dude, this theme's pretty good. Okay. I think I definitely did. I was a little too mean on this going in. I don't think it's like making me jump out of my chair or anything, but this is like one of the better ones we've heard so far, I think. At least in my personal opinion. My humble opinion. Where do we go from here? Yeah, sure. I mean, I will say it's the guitar kind of is going off kind of the whole time, right? That is a guitar, right? Sometimes I'm bad at identifying instruments, but oh yeah, it's got one of the better sort of like ending trail offs so far too. I mean, I guess that's, we're not quite there, but yeah. It's against that low health, low time. Oh, this is good. I do like this. Okay. Yeah, no, I was way too mean on this going in. I think this is definitely like, it just kind of, it doesn't have too many boring moments, because even like the more slow paced build up moments, I think, are, again, they have that like sort of, the only way I can describe it is that goddamn, it's like the couple of notes before like the Yu-Gi-Oh opening says your move for the 4Kids version or whatever the fuck, right? Even like the slower parts I do enjoy. No, I'm actually quite a fan of that, I think. Lily is not a very good character. I do kind of remember liking her music though. I also don't usually like fighting Lily very much, especially because I play Geef, but yeah. It's got a vibe to it. 4Kids Yu-Gi-Oh opening, My Beloved, yeah. The dubbing, you know, maybe not, but the music did go kind of hard. I don't know exactly what this like instrument is. The like string instrument that's going off right now. It's something that I believe is like vaguely Latin, I believe, right? But I do really enjoy it, even though I can't identify it. Spanish guitar? Is it just called a Spanish guitar? Because I mean, yeah, it's a guitar or like a string instrument of some kind, and it shows up in a lot of Spanish music. People just call it Spanish guitar. This one though is another case of maybe this is a bit of a chill ass vibing song, I will say. I can't remember if it gets a little it has like a bit of a drop, I guess, somewhere through here. This is kind of a similar part. Yeah, I do like this. Maybe it's just that, like, you know, maybe it's just this like Spanish style music is just cheating. It just is like, it triggers the dance centers of my brain. Yeah, this is what I was thinking of earlier. Gets a little deeper for a sec. Right. Sure. Well, I forgot if we have anything else notable that happens from here. Kind of go into this for a bit, sure. Oh, right. Yeah. It's a thinner nylon string guitar used in flamenco music. So true. Whatever it is, I enjoy it. I like Lily's theme, man. Oh, right. Yeah. The wind of the spirit, only I can hear it. Yeah. I will not be doing any accents today. We just kind of loop back into it. Gotcha. Think Gypsy Kings? Yeah. Okay. I mean, honestly, I do. Again, it might just be cheating again, just because, like, you know, years and years of every Spanish or Portuguese speaking country making like the fucking best music on the planet has just hardwired my brain to enjoy the instruments and general like vibes they go for. But I like Billy's a lot. I do enjoy it, even though it is. Like, maybe it's a little bit hypocritical. I think for the most part, it is kind of a chill-ass viber theme, kind of like Luke's. But I don't know, man. This one, I vibe, but I also, you know, my head's kind of bopping back and forth a little bit. I'm bouncing my leg a little. You know, it's a good time. Oh, dude, I fucking forgot about JP's theme is one of the more memorable ones in the whole game, I think, just because around the time this game came out, was this around This game came out roughly when Into the Spider-Verse or Beyond the Spider-Verse, or whatever the hell, the second one in the trilogy, right? And like I could not get it out of my head. This was the goddamn Prowler theme from that movie, right? Like that. It's very. I mean, I'm not gonna play the Prowler theme because I'll get fucking copyright struck. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Listen back and then come back, listen to this, and tell me that that is not at least like that these like don't have similar vibes to them. But yeah, also this, by the way, this theme is really good. Like I think you know, like they really wanted to make sure like JP's a newcomer, right? He's supposed to be sort of the new big bad guy, sort of, though they brought Bison back anyway, so weird. But like, they really wanted to make him have like an entrance, I think. And his theme is bombastic. If we made a drip tier list, he'd be like probably fucking #1, right? He's got a cool look. He's got the forearms of a goddamn silverback gorilla for some reason, despite being like 175 years old. I'm a very big fan of. I think JP as a whole is very cool, and then maybe coloring my opinion of this OST somehow. The Capcom Cup sound guy ruined this theme for me. That's true. It's been long enough now that my brain has recovered. But yes, you're right. Yeah, they did like it was all the goddamn time. I'm not gonna hold that against them though. I'm not gonna hold that against JP. Hold it against the Capcom Cup sound guy for sure. Like after in like every match, every commercial break, everything. I'm with you. But thoughts he did that because this theme goes really hard, right? It's got this like menace to it, man. It's got this menace to it. Which like maybe it's the Zangief player in me, but like I definitely do see like this theme makes me appropriately scared when it plays. Like this is the theme of losing some MR a lot of the time. And even like these like again these sort of like cooldown in between. Every one of these OSTs has like a bit of a cooldown part of the theme for when the rounds are switching, right? And even then, JP still has a little bit of like that shrill kind of horror thing going on. And this part's so good. Oh, dude, this is. I remember I liked this one. I didn't think that going into this I was going to. I think I'm gonna put this in Fire Piano Guy if it doesn't fuck it up somewhere along the middle here. We get a Rising OST review next Rising Day stream. We already have done that. People want me to redo it with the vocal themes, which we could try to do. But there is an OST tier list up on my channel already, though. It has almost none of the DLC. We did it pretty early on. This interesting part, I feel like I don't. Oh. It's good, man. It's good. Like it like there's a little bit of aura is a good way to describe it, right? There's just a little bit of aura in this fucking thing. Maybe it's the pose that he's hitting too. Like if I wasn't looking at the screen, you know, maybe I'm like, this shit's mid. It's like he's staring down at me through my soul, through my bloodline, realizing I'm inferior, and then moving on, right? Some vocal tracks are better, yeah. We might redo it with the vocal tracks. JP theme goes hard. What is this? Oh, that was like one of the best ending, the little ending melodies that we've heard. So, oh, dude, that I feel like I enjoyed that more than Jamie's on it. That was really good. Again, maybe it's I'm not biased for JP, but I do think he's really cool, and I think his OST fits too, right? That's a good time. That's a nice one. I think it's because again it's not. That's kind of, it stands out a lot. Like this is one of the ones again that I'm very aware of what it sounds like. There are parts that I had not heard before, but I'm very aware of what it sounds like because even while you're playing the game, this thing does stick out, right? You can definitely you can hear JP's theme and know there's JP's theme, right? Jerry's. It's one of those ones again where I really only know the first few seconds of it, right? Again, the stuff that plays in the round start when her foot is the only thing on the screen. Yeah. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure where we go from like the initial kind of like the dun, 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 right? Yeah, we do this. Yeah, I will say if that was like if that was a couple hundred hertz lower, I might be shitting my pants. Might be hitting the brown note on that shit. Yeah, so where do we go from here? Like the little triplet thing that's going on there. Right? Oh, right, I do like this. I mean, again, one thing they do really well, I think, is they do like really capture the characters very well, right? Like, I do think you could like, without knowing, if you knew the characters and somehow had not listened to any of the music, right? I do think you could like listen to most of these and know what character they belong to pretty quickly, right? Like, if you knew every character in SF6 and you didn't know what their OST sounded like and listened to them, I think you could map it like 90% accurately or something. Cool percussion, yeah. The theme of you help players and they shop at Hot Topic, so true. My bias against this character aside, I think it's kind of mid. Honestly, like, it's weird. Like the part that is like the most mid of it, I think it's like this, like sort of the main melody of it. I think is the one that's, it feels, maybe it's just because I've heard it a lot, so it's not quite as exciting anymore. But like all these like transitionary parts of the song, I like way more. I think like that's pretty cool. I like this quite a bit, right? And then they have the again that like little triplet. Yeah, they have this, which is really good too. But like the actual main melody of the theme, I think, is the one that is the thing about it that I like the least, which is, to be fair, like a pretty big strike against it. What's this? Are we like near the end? No, not yet. Okay, sure. Little transitionary boy, that's fine. Not great, not bad. Okay. What are we doing here? That's what I was worried about. That's what I was worried about, is that we're just going back into the worst part of the song from that. That's usually what they do after those big build-ups, right? The main melody's kind of whatever, yeah. And then we had like that big beat build-up, and then this was our drop. This is way better. Yeah, this is such a weird song, yeah. Or I guess such a weird soundtrack. I guess there's no vocals. It's not a song. It's like pretty good. Just got here to put Jamie top tier. It's my favorite. Oh yeah, Jamie's is great. I love Jamie's. Jamie's let's go on Salt. This is such a weird. I like everything about it except for like the most commonly reoccurring part of the theme. What do I do with this? This is good too. Right? Like, I feel like outside of like the main, unfortunately, the main melody that repeats like 4 or 5 times, I feel like it's really good. But I think I have to factor, like, again, if I think it is mid just because I agree, basically. I think it's mid just because, again, the most commonly repeated part of the song I think is kind of boring, right? So it just averages out. Like, I think the rest of it is kind of a bop. The main melody is kind of boring, so it's kind of mid. It's kind of mid, unfortunately. What can you say? I mean, DJ's got to have good music, right? DJ, I mean, he's literally vibing the whole time. Literally makes music, I think, like canonically in game. This is gonna be an interesting one, right? This, I forget, like if this picks up a lot at some point or something. Because like obviously, I mean, this shit's a vibe, right? This shit is a vibe. But like, I mean, it kind of is already like naturally a little bit like higher energy than something like Luke's theme, right? Yeah, I mean, it really is. There is definitely like a culture diff here. You know what I mean? Is that you know what, like it's the same thing. Only going over character themes or stage themes as well. Only character themes, I think. We could do stages at some point, right? Like there's just a bit of a. It's kind of not fair, right? Kind of same thing with like all the Spanish music. I feel like you know. Like, the cultural inspiration this pulls from just makes all the fucking best music. So I almost feel like, again, my brain has been, like, pre-programmed to like this more than I maybe otherwise would if I was listening to it in a vacuum. But, again, my concern is this is gonna be, like, kind of chill-ass Fiverr music the whole time, which is, it's on brand, but it's a fighting game OST, right? Like, Lily's theme at least did have a little bit of energy in a lot of different points. It is good though, right? Like I am, like my head is bouncing uncontrollably. I enjoy listening to this, but also, I'm gonna need something new at this point. I think we've done this enough. What are we doing? Okay. it's starting to feel a little samey. It's starting to feel a little samey. I need like some sort of big switch up here. Or you're gonna lose me, I think. Okay, that kind of counts. That kind of counts. It's a long one too, so we're only halfway through. I might just. I got the. I think we might just move ahead a little. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, I do like that. I think I've ever noticed this part of it. It's pretty understated, right? Sounds like drag and drop reggae, yeah. I will say, like, I like the idea. It's a little too samey, right? Yeah, I think it's like I liked it a lot. Like again, I kind of mentioned this earlier too, right? I like it here, but then I needed some sort of big change up. I never got it. I don't think, right? There was like some things happened, but it being one of the longer OSTs we've listened to so far too. First like 30 seconds were good, and then I was like, is that it? Yeah. Okay, you had a very similar, yeah. Again, like I was talking about it too. I like it, but then I need a change up, and I never got it. Okay, I mean, culture buff puts it in mid, right? But I think that's about as high as it goes, right? Well, but it was so long with like again, the first 30 seconds is great, man. Maybe it is boring. The volume of the drop isn't as full sounding, so it ends up being quieter mid-match and kind of goes unnoticed. Yeah, it's much more understated. Even like listening to it directly, giving it my full attention, you know? Like part of me just wants to say that, you know, like it is just still a vibe, right? And it's in my opinion, it's like it's more of a vibe than like Luke's, where Luke's also did kind of feel a little bit samey to me for most of the time, right? But it did just also it was way longer. It's like a minute longer than Luke's. Definitely vibe music. Yeah, I'm a little torn. I'm gonna put it in mid just because like my brain tells me it's a vibe, and I'm gonna listen to my brain. But it could have been so much better. I think it could have been so much better. Okay, Cammy's is. I remember feeling like Cammy was one of the ones they did the most with. Let's see. I feel like they really tried on. Oh right, yeah. They really tried on Cammy's theme. This is much more of like actual fighting game music too, right? If I remember correctly, so much more sort of high energy OST. Oh, I really do like the. It's a synth, I guess, in the background. It's doing like the. Right? I think it's a synth. The whole thing is, I guess, synths and fucking electronic music. Right? There's no actual instruments in this thing, but it's like there's a drum in there somewhere. But this one took me a while to figure out. They only dubstep to relate to her UK origin. That tracks. This one always reminds me of F-Zero for some reason. Really. I will say again, this is not, the ones that I know what they sound like off the top of my head are probably going to be a little bit higher, right? Because that means they're much more memorable. That means they cut their way through like the fighting game, right? Even when I'm focused on the game, I can still hear them, and Cammy's is definitely one of those. Luke's music feels good when your brain starts to tune it out halfway. You have the rhythm, which lets you vibe over long periods. I mean, there's a reason the training room theme is just a remix version of Luke's theme, right? I think it definitely it is chill ass vibe music, but it's too boring for me. Like that one is background noise to me. It really blends in. Okay, sure, a little transitionary periods. Where do we go from here again? So, oh right, yeah. And then, oh yeah, this is good. Oh wait, no, this is not. Okay, the drop that I'm thinking of happens later in, I think. There's a drop that I'm thinking of that I really do enjoy in this theme, but I guess it's not yet. Exactly. A little snap there. My zoomer attention span, it has lost me a minute, like in this like last minute. I would say it's lost me. It's just like, you know, this has not been the strongest part of it, certainly. Oh yeah, I don't know why. I thought this part came after that little build-up there. I thought this was the drop that came. I guess no. That's pretty cool. I do like this. Sure. Right. Yeah. And then this is also what I had in mind. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think the final round part is great. Yeah. I think the big thing with this is with Marissa's theme. We kind of mentioned how even like those little transitionary moments were pretty entertaining just because they had like very unique sounding stuff in there. Maybe this is just how dubstep goes, but for this, it really felt like it had like its peaks, but then like the valleys were kind of valleys, right? Like we were kind of just like waiting in between drops, right? So with like I do like those a lot, and I do still think that even those like the like valleys are a little bit more memorable. I think it's like somewhere here it's like low bop, high mid. I think I put it low bop because I do still enjoy it, and it like there's not you're not usually waiting too much there. It feels focused. It does feel again. I'm telling you, it does feel focused. It fits Cammy, but yeah, that's the case for all of these, right? Again, I really would like to, but it's so hard at this point, right? But it will be such an interesting experiment if somehow somebody knew all the Street Fighter characters, knew their personalities, all of this, right? But like had not ever listened to the OST. I think it's a really easy place to pick out, right? Whereas like honestly, for example, I feel like something like the Guilty Gear soundtrack has lyrics for sure, right? So that helps, but I like these capture the characters even better than something like that. And the Guilty Gear soundtrack is really good, right? Sense. But yeah, unfortunately, if it was like if it was all strength all the time, sure. But I get the in betweens are a little boring for me. This is a bad one. What does Honda's theme sound like? I actually don't know. What does Honda's theme sound like? This is one that I just don't remember straight up. Yes, is that bad? I think it serves a pretty good. Some of them are quite good. Some of them are quite boring so far, for sure. Honda's is decent. Oh right, no, I know this one. Yeah, okay. This is one of the ones that I definitely do. This is one of the ones I did not remember off the top of my head though, right? He's a rare character. Yeah, to be fair, that might not be his theme's fault. It might be that I fight one Honda every 17 business months. Though he's become more common after the patch, right? Yeah, sure. Bro's nipples front and center for my viewing pleasure. Says the 7 Hondas I fought last rank sesh 20 minutes ago. No, again, he's become much more common post-patch for sure. Ooh, it's nice. This one's a little. This is so far fitting into the. It's a little bit more understated than I'd like, though, right? What are we doing here? Yeah, that's not. Eh? Like, sure, okay. This one feels a little low energy to me. I don't know how to describe it. I'm just not getting a whole lot out of this, Like, funny enough, I like some of the calmer moments in this better when they have like some of those Japanese instruments in there instead of doing like when it tries to be a little bit hype. I don't think it succeeds very well at that. Like this little melody there, I do enjoy. Where do we go from here, though? So it's another. Yeah, it just kind of isn't doing enough, I don't think. Honda's theme brings me joy, so true. It's a little boring, though. It's a little boring. What's this? Most replayed? This late? Yeah, I think the problem is, again, this part's kind of nice. I like it, but like, I think the problem is, again, this is one of those ones where, like, there are very few themes so far that get, they have good highs and they have good transitionary moments. This is not one of those. This feels like a jury-ish one to me, right? Where like, I actually kind of like some of the calmer moments more than when it tries to be a little bit hype, right? They don't give me much after the initial bits. Yeah, I mean, there definitely is a bit of a problem here, right? Yes, I mean, I think this one's pretty, like, this one is like the jury theme. It's got the same problem. I think it's just a little bit more boring to me personally. But yeah, definitely the ones that I feel like are a little bit higher here are like, Like with Marissa, I liked sort of, I like the transitionary moments and the sort of high notes. Same thing with Ryu, same thing with Jamie, same thing with JP, same thing with Lily. Not really with Cammy, but like that's why she's kind of teetering, right? But yeah, a lot of them kind of like lose steam once they get out of their main melody, basically. Blanker, hello. Let's see. Another rare character these days. I get this one. Okay, I get this one like mixed up with Lily's theme sometimes in my head when I try to remember the melody, but no. Now that I'm listening to it. Street Fighter has a playlist of the entire SSX character soundtracks. That's fine. It takes us like a second to look it up. You're right, though. I probably should have done that. There's a guy going, "Aye," in the background. That's fun. I do like this bit, I will say. I like what the instruments are doing here. Is it another kind of, it's kind of the sort of South American buff? You're kind of cheating a little bit. This part I like. The parts before this were a little too nothing for me, but his toes are surprisingly detailed. I don't see many Blancas. This one's pretty good. I like what I'm listening to so far. Love whatever one-stringed instrument they're using. Don't know what it's called off the top of my head. Lots of interesting sounding instruments, right? This is sort of like the main melody here is okay. I don't mind it. They're like, the guy who keeps going like, "Hey," I do enjoy that. I don't like Blanca, but I have to admit his theme is pretty good. We have what I'm curious about is we have 2 more minutes of this though. Like, where are we possibly going from here? Like, if it ended like right there, I think it's pretty good. But like, what are we doing now? And we are changing it up a little bit. Okay. This is a little goofy ass, but like, sure. Okay. Blanker. I can take or leave this bit, I think. Interesting. Mr. Synth in the background is doing something funny. You're losing me a little bit, for sure. Yeah, okay. This one, I don't think I like the back half of this very much. You know, this is it's overstayed its welcome for sure. Yeah. Obligatory dissonant low health part. Yeah, but it's just how much this one sounded more like a real band playing it, like less electronic. I can see that. Yeah, I mean we're close to over, right? Yeah, I mean like again, this is kind of got DJ syndrome, I think. But it's definitely, it doesn't have DJ syndrome as bad as DJ had it, where like DJ's was like, the first like 30 seconds were pretty good and then I didn't like it very much. Metallica syndrome, where they play the same bit way too long. I can see that, yeah. But like this, the first like 2 minutes of this were pretty good, but then we had 2 minutes and 20 more seconds left, and I really was not such a big fan of it. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it ends. We're already there, but I do like that, yeah. But yeah, it's just, I will say, I think with that in mind, this is just kind of like a better version of DJ's theme, in the sense that they have the same problems, but like when I think about it, like DJ's, I was starting to look for something different that never came like 40 seconds in, and then it was a whole 3 more minutes of that, so I probably can't be too I can't be too generous, even though it is just, just baseline. It is just kind of a nice vibe. Blanca's is where DJs used to be, I think. Like, it's, again, man, it really was. I needed a little bit more. The first 2 minutes pretty good, and then there were 2 minutes and 20 more seconds, and I'm not so sure how I feel about them. Not so sure how I feel about them. Nothing is actively bad yet. Nothing is like genuinely. I will say some of the more like dissonant, like like parts of this were like they were getting there. Like by themselves, they might have been there, but the rest of it saved it anyway. Okay, so I mean, Guile's theme is a little. I mean, listen, I'm gonna tell. I think Guile's theme. I've listened to Guile's theme. I know what Sharpened Sonic or whatever it is sounds like. I think it's not bad. I think the problem is that like. Like this is these are impossible shoes to fill if you weren't just going to like port over, like obviously like his legacy theme, right? Like I think this is fine, but I think this theme will always live in the shadow of what it could have been, right? Or just like what it has been previously, unfortunately. I like this. The old Guile theme was too peak. I like this, by the way. This is good. Like this is actually another one of the ones I think like I do listen to this sometimes as like background music while I do things, right? But the problem like it's just you cannot escape the compare. I mean, it's really not even fair because like Guile's theme is one of the more iconic like video game themes, period, right? I feel like you could play Guile's theme to like most people who have ever picked up a video game and they would at least recognize it. And a lot of them probably tell you it was Guile's theme, right? It became a meme at one point, like back in the day as well. Like it's you're really competing with something that you can't beat here, right? Guile feels perfect for some badass dad rock. SF6 Guile theme fits his character very well, though. Yeah. I mean, again, all the themes do a very good job of that. His old theme is the most famous SF song. Oh, by a mile. Right? It's not even like a little bit close. Again, it's one of the more famous video game OSTs in history. Like nothing in Street Fighter has even like poked its head into the mainstream as much as Guile's theme has, right? So it's like it's a shame, right? This one's good, but I can't. I'm looking at Guile on my screen and I'm not hearing Guile's theme. And I feel like that's an unfair bias towards this theme, but it's what it is. For what it is, setting the old theme aside at bops, I'm with you. But like, I can't set the old theme aside. I think it could be a stage theme. I will say, I think the Carrier Byron Taylor or whatever theme with like the whoa. I think that shit goes like that shit's better than this probably. Yeah, I get it. The thing is also, I think in a complete vacuum, I think this is fine. Like I like it. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's great in a complete vacuum. I think it's honestly me with Rashid. Fair. So I mean, it's a relatively shorter one too. We're done. But I think this one is fine in a vacuum, right? Like if we're completely ignoring its like cooler, much more awesome like Big Brother / Father, then I think it's probably here, right? The problem is that like come on. I mean, listen, we can just like if I type in Guile theme, this is not the fucking thing that's gonna pop up, by the way, in case you're curious, right? We can just look real quick, right? Like I mean, this is the older version too. Like even this, man, right? Like it's just not fair. Like this is like it's just what are you supposed to do about this, right? This is the old ass version too. There have been I think a couple of better sounding like modernizations of this. But it's just like this is not where it actually deserves to be on its own merits. But like, come on, man, right? Like this is Guile's theme. Like, what are you doing, right? Like, why is this the Guile theme that's in the game? Why is this the Guile theme that's in the game? This is not where it actually deserves to be as a piece of music. But like, it actively makes me sad that I'm not listening to the actual Guile's theme. It feels like it's very much like a how dare you stand where he stood kind of moment. All right, Ken's I do like, actually, if I remember correctly. Ken's I feel like again the first little bit of it I do enjoy. I actually have the old Guile theme set in SF6. I bought it off the shop to listen to it. Yeah. Rant about SF6 Guile theme. That's what I've been doing basically for the past little bit, right? It's such a shame, man. It's such a shame. Right? Like we got all this goddamn. We have one of the greatest, or one of the most, at least one of the most popular video game themes in history. Why the very end of Guile's theme turn into Mario Striker's charge pause theme? I also like Ken Big Underdog vibes. Yeah. But like do it while staring at the people. Oh yeah. Okay. You know what? Listen. If you would like, you know, we're gonna get his SF5 theme is just a remix of the. Yes. Oh no, it's not quite. It's not. Yeah, let's just stick with the OG. Listen, we're gonna talk about Guile. We're gonna talk about Guile. I'm gonna tell you. I just need to tell you real quick. I need to tell you why I put this inactively bad. No, listen. I understand. Listen, I get it. It's not that bad. It's not necessarily. It's not the worst thing in the world. But I mean, it just feels like a lack of foresight. Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like give us like just. It's a new generation. It's supposed to be a new thing. I get it. It's just. You know, and even if it's not that good in the vacuum, at the very least, it's iconic. I think it's good. I think it's good in the vacuum too. I really do enjoy listening to this. There's like a goddamn, I don't know. There's a never give up in this theme that I just can't get over, and it just not being there. You know, it just not being there in the SF6 Guile theme, it being a thing that's completely different. I understand, like lore wise, I think his you know. A lot of the stuff that he's trying to like avenge or whatever is sort of over in SF6. I get that, but like that was so. Can you hear what's going on behind me? What are you thinking? Right. I'm trying to defend the SF6 OST. I do think it's better than I think it's better than a lot of people give it credit for. But like, come on, guys, come on. Like, what are we doing here? Right? Like, honestly, I don't even need to say anything. I said play the two Guile themes back to back, and I think you get my point. I think you know, it's okay. It's fine. I don't know about the bag they fumbled. I'm not. Yeah. The longer I talk about it, the less happy I get. Okay, Ken. Let's get. I'm sorry, Ken. I rudely interrupted you, but it's fine. You'll be okay. You are shown constant love by the developers. I can interrupt you a little bit. Ken's team is a boo? I don't think so. I like Ken's team. I like Ken's theme when I think about how it fits into his like story, right? Like it's got like a more like emotional bent to it than you might expect, because the streets are fighting back, man. I don't like Ken's OST because I got PTSD of going to the corner from anywhere. I mean, that's fair. You can almost hear like the Jinrai, Ura, sure you Reppa, coming at you. Sit down and shut up. Ken's is great IMO. It may be Stockholm Syndrome facing Ken every match on launch. Yeah. Dragon Lash. Up and over. Oh, that one like actually triggered me when I said that. Up and over. Oh, fuck you, man. That's just crazy. Up and over. Ken memes aside, I think it's again. This does have a bit more of like a. It's got like a nice, like a sadness to it. I think that makes it interesting to listen to. And back for a moment, yeah. It's all or nothing. Sometimes he gets nothing. Sit down and shut up. Goddamn. This is like somehow this is the one that we've gone through so far where no one can do anything but just quote the character. I will say, I mean, Ken's the voice lines I will say in this game, by the way, are great. Like the voice, all the little voice lines are very good, and you can tell by the fact you remember so many of them, even if it's out of spite. I always quote Shorty rap on RBG's level 3. Yep. Keep this. Who's my favorite remix of Guile's theme on Discord? Ooh. I will say though, now we've gotten to that point. At this point, I need something from you. I've liked what I've heard so far. I need something for this last minute. Yeah, okay. I would have made a Memphis joke during Luke. Someone did mention Memphis, yes. Up and over. If I do the voices in this game, I'll go down to Memphis every time. Yeah. Only SF6 had unique intros and match interactions. All the other lines are so good in the game. Yeah. There's a lot of personality in the game, but it could be a little bit more, right? I'm not used to the streets fighting back. Yeah, this has a mild case of Blanca syndrome, I think. I like this chiptune bit. It's okay. Oh, ends kind of abruptly. They have outro text but no VAs for them. True. Yeah, I mean, it, it's another one of these ones I think that starts really good and then it doesn't quite give me enough as it goes. You know what I mean? It's got like it's got mild Blanca syndrome. I don't think I mind the in between bits as much as I do for Blanca, but also I don't think I like the actual main like all the highs that are going on here as much as I like Blanca. Like this one actually might be kind of like this might be the definition of mid, honestly. I like again. I like the first 40 seconds a lot more than I do the rest of it necessarily, but like a lot of it's all fine. Some parts of it are quite nice, but it is a little bit less exciting than I remember it being. Honestly, now that I think about it holistically, right? Chun-Li. Hello, Chun-Li. Oh, I should have typed in OST. I mean, you know, we could watch some Moke and some Shuto. Actively bad? You think so? I remember this one being okay. This is the worst theme in the game? You don't say. Oh wait, this one kind of loops a lot, right? I think that's my general what I remember of it. This one is kind of loop over and over. Like it does. This is kind of like the main theme that it's got going on, right? Notice how they gave the Rushdowns more chill OST. I think they did that to prevent guerrilla play, but it didn't work. The problem is they gave Ryu a pretty bombastic one, right? Maybe that's why all the Ryus are fucking playing like gorillas. I mean, they buffed heavy donkey kick too, so I guess you know they're looking for it. They're looking for it. It's very grating hearing this for hours in training modes. I think if you listen to anything for hours, it's gonna get a little annoying, right? I will say I don't like this part. I'm not a big fan of this. The best OC in the game is the character select theme. Yeah. Survivalist, heroic like a tiger is. It's weird. I really like this one. I will. This is the maybe I just don't understand Chun-Li enough. Maybe I'm not enough of like a girl boss, a bad bitch even. But like this is the first one I feel like I don't think I could tell you this was Chun-Li's theme listening to it, right? I think I'd have to like go like process elimination. This does not. You know what I mean? This sounds like a Tekken stage theme. Like more of like a. Doesn't feel like her. Maybe I just don't understand my Chun-Li. I think the beginning sounds very Chinese. Other than that, I don't know. Yeah. I do like this part. It's a nice switch up. Little synth line it does for the main part turnaround's really good. Oh yeah, this I have heard that. Yeah, I remember this part. I think I'm a super big fan of the like the little vocals in the background, unlike with Blanca. The one that goes do boo, so true. Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's just not for me. Maybe it's just not my type of music. I'm not really vibing with this one. He's thinking of boo bee boo bop bees. Oh yeah. So for a common mistake, that's fine. An honest and common mistake. I don't know. Like, I really don't like these chanting bits either. Like the vocals, I kind of actively dislike. Like this. Sounds like a kid coughing. I'm not vibing this too much. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean, we did listen to the whole thing. I will say it's weird, right? This one, I don't think it didn't feel like it over. Like I didn't feel like I got bored of it. Like I feel like it was doing different stuff. I feel like I was able to get through that without being like, I didn't like have to check the music and be like, yo, like how much of this is left, right? Like it wasn't like it was boring, but like I don't know, what it was going on, I didn't really like. You know what I mean? He was doing a lot of stuff. I'm just not sure it was for me. I'm not sure what that means. That's the thing I love. It's rhythmically interesting the whole time. Yeah, I mean, and you're right on that. Again, like this did not have like the DJ or the Blanca problem at all. But it was only like it didn't get samey. I just kind of didn't like most of the things it was doing. It did a bunch of different stuff, and I noticed that, but like I didn't like it. I'm gonna put it. I don't think I liked it very much, man. I don't think I liked it very much. Like there's not one like at least for like DJ Blanca, Ken to a smaller extent. There's like parts of the song where I'm like, oh yeah, like this is good shit. I think that's like none of that was boring, but I just didn't. I almost when I say it that way, I'm like I almost didn't like it. I don't think it's quite that. I don't think I like not disliked listening to that. Did I? No, I don't think so. I didn't dislike listening to it. It just didn't really do anything for me that I enjoyed personally. All right, I mean, this is going to be a little bit of bias, okay? I listen to this theme a lot, and even still, I do really enjoy it. But I want to listen to it sort of front to back. I don't think I do that very often. I'm kind of curious, but I do think they gave Zangief some love in this game, I'll tell you what. It's a long theme, though. It's a 4-minute theme. There's a lot of... there's a lot of potential for it to overstay its welcome, though, right? Give it the best. This little... I love it, I will say. Right. But listen, I'm a Geef player, I understand, but like, all that means really is that I've heard this theme more than all of the other ones in the game combined. Even still, I really do enjoy this. It's just that it's a little funny, but I just do like it. 24/7 lo-fi hip-hop beats to get SPD'd too? Yeah. It's one of those ones too where it being like slightly slower paced, I feel like makes a lot of sense. My mom, who doesn't like newer music, enjoyed this when I showed it to her. Is your mom Russian by chance? I think you can also definitely you can definitely hear like the Russian influence on this. Like this kind of build up here. It's good, man. I don't know. Again, maybe I'm just biased. I like this one a lot. I more Irish. Oh, okay. We have the Geef. Yeah, I like this one a lot. I don't know. Like this is one of those ones that I've listened to a ton, and even still, I can still listen to the whole thing. Right? Did she say, "Damn, son, where'd you find this"? Is this Geef put into a song? Yeah. We talked about Chun-Li's. Didn't really sound like her. This is very Geef. This also feels like what it feels like to fight Geef. I feel like this OST has like won me rounds. You know. I feel like this OST has freaked people out in some of like with like some of the lower HP parts of it. Get a huge sack like Novgorod. What is this actually? Oh, this is the round change one. Yeah. A little bit more understated, but only a couple seconds long. Felt samey the first time I listened to it, but after paying attention to it, it always mixes it up and stays interesting. Yeah. I should make a feature-length video essay in defense of Chun's theme. Listen, I mean, I get Chun's theme is the one I think that's the most like subjective to me, where it's like I understand it's doing a lot of stuff. I just didn't really like any of the stuff it was doing. But I can see how if you like that stuff, that's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Oh, this is like that low. Yeah, it's like sort of low health, low time portion of it. I think. Yeah, like this has made someone jump in the corner into getting heavy kicked borscht by my ass. I think. I should make a feature-length video essay on why I'm the biggest hater of the SF6 Guile theme. Listen, man, I think that's the one that's like there's the least contention on that one, right? Out of any of the themes. It's a 4-minute theme, man. I feel like it is. It's switching it up pretty well, right? It's like one of the longer themes. Is this the longest theme we've listened to so far? It might be. Like tied with DJ or something. Our theme? Yeah. Our theme, comrade. This is a 4-minute, 20-second theme. I think it's managed to stay relatively fresh the whole time. And then I'm also keeping in mind, like, I have the sort of sameness debuff to this too, where I've listened to this. I don't even know how many hours of this I've listened to. Longer than DJ by 5 whole seconds, and yeah, it's so much better. I don't know. Listen, man, call me biased. Maybe it's the same similar thing as JP. I really enjoy that. Again, I can listen to that a lot. A lot. I have listened to that a lot, and yet I still very much enjoy it. Seize the means of butter churning. Yeah. I do think, like, overall, like, Jamie and JP have, like, more of like an energy to them the whole time. So I'll put them above it. But Dawson's another one, I think, where you're gonna do an OST tier list for Granblue and Strive. Granblue already exists. Strive definitely as well at some point. Yeah, Strive music is renowned to be quite good, and that's obviously it's true. It's true. Yeah, so Dawson is weird. I think I like Dawson's stage theme more than his actual theme, but let's see. Maybe I'm misremembering. I mean, obviously you can sort of hear the Indian vibes to it right away. It's a weird ass pose he's in, man. We got a 2.5-hour stream where Brick does an OST tier list for BB Tag. Oh, like, is that a... that's not a sitar, is it? Sitar's like more of like a Middle Eastern thing. Whatever that guy was cooking up, I was an enjoyer. He's only here for a few seconds though. I like the sort of the percussion in the background, but I need a little bit more from like our front and center boys. Okay, hold on. This counts. How long are you here? So far, all the good parts have been very short. So we're kind of back to this again. So-called feet enjoyers when Sim out-feats Jury. I feel like I want more of this song, you know? Like, it's not... There's so little that isn't just percussion in the background so far. Ooh. So yeah, I like all the parts where they do something. I feel like it just doesn't do something that often. I like the kind of call and response going on there. Alright, hold on. This is something. We took some time to get into something, but I have liked the past, like, 45 seconds or so. Probably count on one hand the amount of Dawsons I've seen online. He is very rare. Yeah. With Honda becoming much more common now too, it's definitely Dawson. Is the character you see the least. I've seen a decent amount of Lily as well. This is so weird. This is the first SF6 theme that's like this, I think. This is the only theme so far that's worst at the beginning? I feel like it is, right? What a strange thing. That's very... Yeah, this is the... So we've had a lot of them where, like, they start well and they kind of lose you. I feel like this one, it's One Piece-esque, you know? Like this like takes some minutes to like become something I want to listen to, but then I kind of enjoyed the rest of it. I'm not really sure what that means. I feel like starting strong is kind of important. I don't think this really does that. It builds up to really good, yeah, which is kind of It's got like the reverse DJ problem. I like it whenever it decides to have a melody. Yeah. Does Dalsum only say yoga the whole time? Basically, he says yoga in different intonations. He says yoga flame, yoga fire. When he teleports, he goes yoga. He goes yoga arch. He says a lot of different things that start with the yoga for sure. Sometimes he says yoga inferno, and he really screams out the inferno. I don't know, man. I mean, it just isn't anything for the first minute, He should have a tier of his own. No, the Jamie and the JP themes are really good. Yeah, so the DLC are interesting to me because these are ones that like I just have not really clocked in my head what they sound like. Almost all of these are gonna be pretty new to me, I think. Like even if they've played, certainly, I just like have never really paid attention to them, right? So I'm gonna be kind of curious what's going on for a lot of these. Mr. Rashid, hello. Sure. Yeah, definitely. I recognize that first little bit. The immediate, like, bam. It's not Rashido, it is not. Mr. Streamer himself, so true. Literally me. Is streamer speaks Arabic? It's not Rashido, yeah. And the turbulent winds. So yeah, I'm actually not as familiar with his old theme, so I don't have the same kind of guile mind virus for this one. I can give this one a fair shake. And the Rashid is a streamer? No, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, he's literally me. We share so many things in common. Being streamers on the side, our general place of origin, our dashing good looks. It's all there. Generally being idiots. Has some nice jazzy vibes when we say that Fitz is scared. I will tell you, this doesn't feel super Arabic to me, right? Like, I wonder if this is how it feels if you're like, you know, from other places. Like, from an outsider perspective, I feel like, you know, like Blanca felt Brazilian to me, and like Lily felt, I believe she's supposed to be Mexican. Is that correct? Like, she felt like, you know, vaguely like that sort of Central American, South American, or North American thing, like Latin North American. But being a little bit deeper into it, this does not sound particularly Arabic to me at all. I'd be biased because he's my most played character. I listen to this a ton, but it's pretty good. I enjoy it. Ish. It's just not what I expected, I guess. I summon you, Great Desert Storm. Yeah, Racism Storm. Tornado emoji. See, this one's weird. Like, this is the first one that like genuinely sounds like lobby music to me a little bit. Like, it's jazzier lobby music. You know what I mean? Racism Storm. Okay, that's new for me. Yeah, man. I summon you, Racism Storm. That's what it feels like. I was doing OD Slither under Racism Storm for comedic purposes. Yeah, okay. If you listen really closely, you can hear his level 2 burning someone else. Yeah, chipping someone out is in burnout. This feels weird. Like, I think I kind of like some parts of it. It's not what I expected at all. Ooh, I don't know. I don't like that. Right? Like, I liked individual parts of it, but like, one, again, I feel like this doesn't. I feel like they've usually tried. There's been you know, for characters that are sort of like the representative of just like a region of the world, right? They've tried to like include a little bit of that vibe there. I feel like I maybe didn't get that much. Maybe if you're like Saudi or something, that makes a little bit more sense to you. I'm Egyptian myself, but like that wasn't really there. And then it kind of also was one of those. It felt like a lot. This one felt kind of like background noise to me, right? Like this. While again, some parts were nice. Overall, I think it did kind of feel like background noise to me. It's like a jazzier version of Luke's theme in my mind, as far as like how they sit there. I think, right? Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess I have fought a decent amount of Rashid, and it's not really stuck in my head what that sounds like, so I shouldn't be too surprised. Aki. This one I definitely remember more. This one I think stands out a little bit more than Rashid's. Aki, another victim of incredibly cool character design and like really stupid hair. Unfortunately, she's got Marissa syndrome. But oh right, yes, it's this one. Yeah, I do like this sort of the main melody here. Yeah. Not biased as an Aki main, this is my favorite character theme. I can see the vibes. I'm not so sure it's like quite jumping off the page to me that hard, but it is definitely, I do like it so far. Kind of like it. I think we have hit the point where I need something though. You gotta show me something. Oh, right. Those, okay, I mean, you know what? You know what? They did deliver. Yeah, this is good. Like we just hit that part where I was okay. I want something. My brain needs dopamine. Give me dopamine, and they did give it to me. This is nice. Yeah. It doesn't leave you hanging for too long, right? Which I think a lot of the OSTs have make that mistake a little. This one did not leave me hanging for too long. I like that. So I feel like she looks different in this art than she does in like her in-game model for some reason. I feel like she looks way better here. Even with the hair being kind of stupid. I know it'll always be like more detailed because, you know, it's a static frame, but... I guess it's the pose. I got to get us a 6, but from just watching stuff every now and then, and also character designs, Aki and Ed look like a lot of fun. Yeah. They're both pretty like cool, unique characters in what they do. Guess they're probably not like probably not a round transition, is my guess. Round transition. I need like one more thing from you and you're a bot. I need one more thing from you and you're a bot. That's and then we're showing at that point. Just give me one more thing. Are we ending here actually? Oh, we are ending there. Ah, okay. Ended a little weak. Ended a little weak. I need like one more thing from you. I need like one more sort of interesting thing to end on. It's tough. They didn't, again, it was really good. They did kind of leave me hanging after this though, right? Like if you think about it. So we go here. I think it's a bop regardless. It might be. I guess that is like that's most of it, right? It's like right around. It's like right around here, basically. They leave you hanging till the song ends for the most part, right? Like right around here. That's only like 45 seconds, and it's not like it's horrible. It's just a little uninteresting. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm down for like low bop. I'm down for low bop because again, like the first that's a very enjoyable like first 2 minutes of that theme for sure. People are saying Ed's is very good. I like Ed. Actually, have no conception. That's one of the characters, like the characters that came out after I stopped playing the game, and like I've only now when I've come back started fighting them, right? These guys actually like do not know what their themes sound like at all, except for Akuma. Akuma stands out to me even when I'm like mid-match, so that tells me I'm gonna like it, I think. But I actually don't know what Ed sounds like. What is this is German. He's German? This is King or something. I'm not sure what Fegling means, but sure. Ed's is very good, IMO. Interesting. My German's rusty. King or coward? Also. Oh, it has lyrics. I mean, having vocals is kind of like cheating, but sure. Survivalist. I don't think I've ever heard German rap before. I like how it flows. It's a lot of SH, like sh kind of sounds. Ist keine Option, bekämpfe die eigenen Dämonen und besteige den Thron. Es zieht sich wie roter Faden durch mein Leben. Große Taten, wenig reden, denn der Tod erwartet nämlich jeden. Muss der rohen Angst entgegentreten. Mein Herz rast, Erinnerung schmerzhaft. Doch was mich nicht killt, macht mich stärker. This reminds me of League of Legends music. I'm not sure why. Und die Kraft, die mich runterzieht, Schwerkraft. I don't know how to describe it. Which is not a bad thing, by the way. League makes good music. It's like a world's OST or something. Ooh, I like the flow in this part. Slow motion. So true. Gotta have one English word in there. Ooh. Even like the instrumental bit here, I do really, and it is like lyrics are a big cheat code because like now the instrumental bits feel so fresh, right? Unsold is number 2 for me behind Jamie. I'm gonna see how it ends. Like, it's a long one. We're gonna listen to the whole thing though. Oh, bling bling. Creepy nuts spotted. It's a little goofy, but yeah. Motto is lose, lose. My motto is win, win. A little goofy. That part's a little goofy. Street Fighter. He said the thing. Yeah, this definitely sounds like he would listen to this, yeah. Woohoo! It is fun. The lyrics, like he's switching up the flow pretty often. The lyrics are like entertaining, right? Can't wait for the bit where it turns into the Jeopardy theme. What? The English like really stands out. Like it's like in any like a Japanese song or a Korean song or something when you just like suddenly understand one of the words. It feels like it's like triple emphasized, right? The mixtapes. Yeah. Oh my. My very vague, loose grasp of German tells me this is a very sad part of the song. Jesus Christ. Trauma, Kleinkind. Talking about killing and attacking and shit. What? I mean, yeah, I know he was like a psycho power clone or whatever. The whole thing, I mean, the word angst a lot of the time. That part sounded, I gather that part is pretty sad. Yeah, I mean, okay, here's the problem, right? Like, vocals helps a lot, right? Like, especially for a theme, an OST like SF6, I think, where, like, the biggest problem for pretty much all of these songs that are not in the higher tiers is that they get a little samey and a little uninteresting as they go on, right? But, like, the vocals just almost prevent that, right? Especially, like, you know, it's well done, like, there's good, there's, like, he's switching up the flows again, and then when there are no vocals, instrumental pieces that might be a little bit uninteresting without it, they become, like, fresh because it's new. So, with that in mind, I don't think this is my favorite theme. I think this is my second favorite theme, though. I think I do like this more than Jamie's. JP's theme is powerful, man. Like, it doesn't even have any vocals in it. They do a great job, right? But that shit's really good. Like, they really did cook on Ed's theme for sure. I see everyone said it was so good. If it's their favorite theme by far or something, I think that makes sense. There's also a little fun mini game for me trying to desperately remember the relatively moderate amount of German that I learned like 10 years ago or something to try and understand some of those lyrics. That kept it engaging for me. Okay, Akuma's I like feel like I hear parts of this. I hope Aki is SSS. I got bad news. I feel like I hear parts of this even during the map. This sticks out to me, so I'm kind of curious. But I don't know what it fully sounds like. They just like some of these characters more than other characters, right? What kind of Samoa Joe ass fucking theme song is this, man? It's immediately. Oh yeah, this part sticks out. I'm curious where we go. So this is the part that I always hear. I'm curious where we go from here, though. It's using that Japanese instrumentation way better than like Honda's too, I think. Shout out Samoa Joe. Yeah. He's got like Godzilla music. I can feel my HP disappear in real time. Like he sounds like he has the like Godzilla leitmotif in the background of his shit. oddly discordant, I guess, in some places. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. It felt like two of the sounds just like clashed into each other there a little bit. Yeah. This almost feels like this is what's like Sadako is gonna come out of the fucking TV and tell me I'm gonna die. About to get hit by the fucking the grudge. I forgot the name of the spirit. It starts with an O. There's like some slight horror-y aspects to this in some places. Like the really shrill sounding like string instrument is kind of alone. What was that? Sadako's Halloween Santa Claus? Yeah, you know the spirit I'm talking? It's a Japanese spirit that like curses you. It's from the Grudge, I think, right? It starts with an O. I need something from you now. It's been very good so far. I need something right now, though. Or we can end. That'd be okay, too. Ooh. No, we're not. Onryo? Yeah, you might be yes. Yeah. I believe that's right. Okay, this is something. This is good. Do, like, the really just, like, aggressive percussion in the background along with the Japanese instruments that are already, like, pretty tense. Like, it's a scary theme, man. Is this the end? I assume so. I think we're ending. Oh, are we not? Oh, hold on. I mean, I'm down. This has been one of the more interesting ones to listen to so far. Oh shit, this is the best. Oh, I forgot about this. We didn't even get to the best part of the goddamn OST yet. Oh, wow. Dude, they just like some of these characters more than other ones. Right? Like, I mean, it's Akuma. He's a deal. Like, he's one of the more. I think Akuma's DLC release had more players playing the game than the actual launch of the game, right? But like, they just try harder on some of these guys than others, and it's very obvious, I think. Yeah. DJ crying in the club? Yeah, like, it's like. Now are we done? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, so that's, I mean, wow. I mean, dude. Like, for being an instrumental as well, like, it doesn't even have the cheaty vocal. That's tied for the longest one with Geef. And it's like, that was so good. Right? Like, I mean, that's definitely up here. The question is, like, where exactly, right? But, like, that to me, like, I mean, maybe I'm gonna say maybe because it was new to me. It's got some, like, novelty that the other ones don't have, right? I'm gonna be a little careful with it for that reason. I think the fact that I've heard JP so much and I still like it so much, I think I have to give it points for that. Akuma's has that novelty vibe, but like, yeah, like this, like, again, they simply just tried harder on some of these than others, right? Like, I mean, similar thing with JP. They wanted to be like the newcomer, right? They wanted to come in with like a splash with the character design and the power level he was out on release and the music and everything, right? So they just tried harder on some of them than others, and it's very clear. Akuma's theme is really good. Wow. Like, I was like, yo, like, I'm pretty down to continue, and then they hit me with the best part of the OST at the end too. God damn. All right, Mr. Michael. This one, I feel like I don't know what this sounds like at all. Akuma's sort of like comes through in the matches. I actually don't know what this sounds like at all. Whoa, yeah, I feel like I don't even recognize this from like the round start. It's cool though. I have no memory of hearing any of this ever before. This is the first one that it feels like it's completely new to me. I guess it is. It's very like it's got these like horror like low notes to it, so it's the kind of thing that wouldn't stand out over all the punching and shit, right? Throwing that shit up ever so slightly. Okay. Like the organ in the background, yeah. I was gonna say I need something from you. You gave me something. Dude, what kind of horror movie ass theme? It's not even so much horror movie as it is like, you know, this reminds me of like, I don't even know what, I don't think this sounds like that theme. But this reminds me of like Mr. X or something, you know what I mean? Like he's just coming after us. Oh. What a weird theme. I mean, like, it's good. But it's like, this is not what I expected at all. And again, it's completely novel. What's this? What are we doing here? That's it. Okay, okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I think considering it is like, again, there is like that novelty buff. I don't think it was like amazing or anything, but I did like it. I did not expect it at all. I think it caught me off guard. This like weird ass, like Friday the 13th ass theme for Bison. It makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's literally a zombie, something like that. I'm not entirely sure what he is, but you know, he was dead and now he's not dead anymore. And the song's called Undying Desire, so sure, fine. All right, Terry, SF6. This one I think also is one of those ones that sticks out to me sometimes when I'm fighting him, right? This one feels like, I imagine this one's going to be memorable. The fact that I have an idea of what it sounds like already, yeah, right? Like, and it's just kind of cheating, I guess. Is it just like they just took like, you know, like KOF / Fatal Fury music and just like put it, like just rearranged it. It's like Smash, like taking like Live and Learn and just putting it in there for Sonic's jukebox and shit. I should use Psycho Soldier. This is fun. Time for a real fight. Time for a real fight. Oh yeah. That's that shit. Run, Nicole. Action. Here comes a big one. So next one wants to get paid? Yeah. I mean, the fact that I remember what this sounds like, and Terry is the newest entrant to the game as well, like, that definitely does, like, I've had the least exposure to this theme, comparatively. Yeah, switching it up a little bit too. Oh, this is a good one. So, I mean, again, I guess it's kind of cheating because it just took OST from a different game, but this is pretty good. I never noticed, but he looks kind of old, no? Like in this, I feel like Terry looks like he's in like his like late 30s, early 40s in this. This his face. I don't know how old Terry is supposed to be, or if he like has aged over the course of the games or anything. I that's like a full ass man right there. Whiskey might not react to DI, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Like isn't everyone SF6 super old? All like the old gen fellas, yeah. They're all like in their 40s, 50s, older, right? I think some of his win quotes imply he's old too. Yeah. I think the full band stuff just gives it the ability to stay much more interesting as it goes, right? There's so much more going on. So many more instruments they have access to. They just do a lot more shit. That was good. I was like that was one of the first ones I think where I'm almost like a little bit sad that it was over, to be honest with you. Now, that's a good that's a really strong way to end it, right? Yeah, I mean it's somewhere up here for sure. Sounds like your teacher's about to tell you not quite my tempo. Yeah, he's about to throw the drum set at your ass. I mean, okay. So by the way, like these are like these ones that are high up here are like it's not like, oh, they're good for Street Fighter. These are like genuine bops. Like these are very enjoyable to listen to. Like even, they'll stand on business just like as pieces of music, not just in comparison to the OST, right? So like I mean, there's a pattern here for sure, right? Yeah, actually, first off, do you know what the pattern is? Well, I was gonna say a lot of the newcomers themes I don't like, huh? Yeah, 07 to Guile is, again, it probably should be here, but it's just, come on. Okay. While we're here, let's just play Guile theme and this as the backing track while we're finishing this off. But yeah, like like who's kind of like, I mean, DJ's not a newcomer. He's kind of like a returned character with like a new design, right? But like yeah, like DJ, Kimberly, Luke, Kimberly again, Manon. I feel like a lot of the newer ones I'm not so much a fan of, right? I guess with that said, right? I mean, Jamie is killing it up there. JP is killing it up there. I guess there's not really a pattern. The big pattern for sure is the DLC themes by and large are very good. I put Ryu up one TBH. I mean, now that you mention it, I really do like Ryu's theme. Like I put it was the first one we listened to. I put it here. Now that you mention it, I really do enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. But yeah, like I don't think there's like really a pattern, except obviously they tried harder on the DLC, right? Like by and large, like DLC, right? Like the only DLC theme that was not really that good in my eyes was Rashid, right? I probably moved Chun and Luke up, but I have bad taste. No, it's not bad taste. It's it's subjective. But yeah, to me, like the only DLC theme that felt kind of lacking was Rashid's, right? I feel like all the rest of them were like at the very least good, and 3 of them were great, right? So that's not bad, man. That's not bad. Okay, I really think. I mean, listen. I'll be the first to tell you. I think, for example, that like Grand Blue and Guilty Gear both have better OSTs than. Yeah, they both have better OSTs than Street Fighter does. But I think I think it's kind of close with Grand Blue. Guilty Gear is kind of unfair. Like the whole fucking thing, like the meme with Guilty Gear is that it's a $60 jukebox that came with a fighting game, and the fighting game is really hard to play sometimes with all the systems around it. So kind of the meme tracks. But Guilty Gear is kind of in its own stratosphere. It just has probably the best music in fighting games, at least that I've been exposed to. Right? I feel like Street Fighter 6 is not that far off, or maybe even is competing with Grand Blue in my mind too. There's a lot of the themes in Grand Blue that I thought were kind of boring as well, and then a lot of them are very good. I think it gets a little too harsh of a rap. Right? If you're mad about the Guile theme, I mean, you can listen to it, right? I'm with you. I stand with you. If you think some of them are a little bit boring and like kind of sound a little bit too much like background music, I stand with you. I think most of these kind of fall into that, right? But like all of these are like good. Like these are like all of these are good to great OSTs, and it's like almost half of them, right? So I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. And these guys are not bad. They're just like parts of them are like Dawson's is pretty good. It's just a little uninteresting for the first little bit, right? Etc. Etc. They all like just like some weakness that brings them down a little bit. It's a pretty good OST overall, man. Free my boy SF6. I think that's just pretty good. Maybe I have shit taste. Maybe I'm too lenient. Who knows? But it's a pretty good OST, man. I enjoy it. I'm not sure. We'll do one or two things next on stream here. We might either do like an actual tier list, a very premature season 2.5 tier list, or we might play some ranks. We might just talk about some geef. We'll see. But real quick, before we do that, VOD watchers, hold on. This is a 2-hour video, so if you made it to the end of this, I imagine you enjoyed it to some extent. So if you did, any kind of like, subscribes, comments, bells, all that good stuff helps out a lot. I also do stream every day from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, except Friday, so come by and hang out. I also have a Discord, a good place to make some friends, get some matches. But if you do join, be nice, or I'll shoot you in the head in Minecraft. Most importantly, hope you had a great time hanging out today. I know I sure did. Yeah, man. Decent OST. The more I listen to this Guile theme, the sadder I get about the current Guile theme. But what can you say? Having a lot of fun with Street Fighter. Going to be a lot more coming your way. Until then, I will see you in the next one. Peace. I want to jam to this shit forever and ever, no? This is... I mean, who the fuck made this? And, are they a millionaire? Right? Like... How did they do this, man? It's just one of them, it just happened. Sometimes you just hit gold, everything just comes together. This is such a standout to me. Those 8-bit horns are popping off. Yeah, it's 8. Yeah, the fact that it's 8-bit too, and it still manages to be that fucking good. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know how this happened, but I'm glad that that was 4 minutes, dude. You could not. That's in a tier of it. That's, I didn't even notice. That was 4 minutes. That's tied for in length with all the SF6 themes, basically, right? I mean, that's that'll be in a tier above by itself, right? That did not feel like 4 minutes at all. I was sad that it ended, man. Jesus. Really good. Really, really good, man. Unbelievable. Who the fuck? How did that? Who was cooking that shit up? And did you give them a raise? Did you make them CEO of Capcom fighting game, video game industry maker? But yeah, I wanna. You know what, man? I already got the tier maker open. First off, I want to download this just for my own pleasure. SF4 Akuma is still my favorite theme. I actually don't know what that sounds like off the top of my head. Perhaps I've heard it. Perhaps I'd recognize it. But it's like the the recognition memory versus the recall memory. Yeah, download that shit. I think I want to do an actual guess at a proper tier list as well. It's a little early, but I actually don't think the season 2.5 patch is gonna shift things around too much. I think it's mostly a squishing of the tiers. So I don't think this will be too different from what the tier list would have been outside of some exceptions, right? Pre-patch. I think that'd be fun. Since I already got this open, let's just do both. There you go. Let me just switch up the stream titles and stuff like that real quick. Basically, just take the OST out of the goddamn thing. I don't need Kimberly anymore. I don't need Kimberly's little hop. Keep this shit going. I just have this playing in the tier list. I might just okay, guys. Can we just that? We'll turn it down a little bit just so. Oh no, it's okay. It's 5%. Yeah. I just want to kind of have that shit going. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just so good. I'm gonna have a stroke. I might just do that. I might just have that shit looping forever and ever. Almost all the in-game music was composed by Yoko Shimomura, even though she didn't really like fighting games. She later came to enjoy the project and said that even though Breath of Fire was her favorite game while she was working at Capcom, Street Fighter 2 was the most memorable. What do you know? Damn. Those most deserving of leadership are those who don't want it. It really do be the case. How the fuck did she make this if she doesn't... You know what, why does this, why, I mean, maybe it's a bit of a chicken and an egg thing. This feels so Guile, but also it might just be because the theme has become so iconic that, Guile to me is this theme, right? So who knows? Maybe it's not that good of, a capturing of Street Fighter 2 Guile, but it just kind of become Street Fighter 2 Guile Incarnate because of how memorable it is. Could be. I'm gonna be putting the cart before the horse there. I'm gonna keep that. I'm not gonna keep this shit going. I'm gonna loop it. We're gonna keep that shit going. It's the only way. It's all I want to listen to right now. Did my comment linking SF4 Akuma theme get deleted? Oh, maybe. I mean, I'm not sure if there's a rule against posting links in there. I can maybe try to find that and relax that within reason. But I assume probably you can't just post links in there. It's one of those things that where the character and the theme just work together to make something greater. Yeah. I feel like this wouldn't work that well if it's just like a reused theme. You know what I mean? Like it being Guile's theme and him looking this fucking goofy with the American flag just across his forehead or across his tricep rather. It just works so well. Okay, I'm gonna start this from the beginning, or I'm gonna get the video going. I think. Look at that stupid fucking mug of his. Like, listen, maybe it doesn't fit SF6 Guile because he's a little bit more chill. I get that, and it's like a very like, so it's a very like hero's destiny sort of theme. But like, listen, it's just yeah. Just give it to me anyway. Just give it to me anyway, folks. Alright, folks, we are back for more Street Fighter 6. Listen, I just made the OST tier list, add this thing in front of me, and I was like, you know, I mean, it did the Season 2.5 / minor, not very minor balance patch that they released. Did that just happen a week ago? Yes. Is it definitely too early to tell for sure, you know, how much of an impact certain changes may have had? Possibly. I will say, I think it's a little different than making like a Season 2 tier list like a week after that drops. It wasn't a minor patch like they expected, or like they said. They definitely did, you know, temper expectations a bit and then over-deliver, right? However, I still don't think it's going to... It didn't like horribly, massively shake up the game or anything like that, right? I have not made like a tier list of my opinions for like the pre-patch version of the game either, because I was still playing the game, wanted to get a better hang of things, all that. So I think we can sort of, this will be mostly the pre-patch opinions with like, you know, there are some notable changes. For the most part, a lot of the characters, you know, like Ken got nerfed, but Ken is still really good. You know, like Cammy got nerfed, he's still really good. Like a lot of the characters, most of what the patch did, I think, was squishing the tiers. I think it just made it so that a lot of the worst characters got a little better, a lot of the better characters got a little bit worse, but I don't think it inverted anything. It's kind of the point I'm trying to get at. Maybe I'll be wrong. I mean, if I, honestly, that's great. If I am wrong, that's awesome, but yes, as always, yeah, Unico already got me there. But before we get started, as always, if you like this sort of stuff, like the video, comment, smash that subscribe button, give me $1 million, all that good stuff. And also, if you want to, on a more serious note, if you want to come by and hang out and on the streams, we do stream every day from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, except Fridays. So come by, hang out on Twitch or YouTube. Link should be in the description there. And yeah, let's get to it. So I don't really think this game has 5 tiers. I think this game feels like relatively balanced to me. There are a couple stinker characters, a couple characters that feel a little bit more stinky, right? I think 5 tiers is a little bit much. We'll start with 4. I don't think it's 3. I don't think it's quite that good. I think that's a little, you know, that'd be damn near perfect. I think we have a little bit more separation than that, right? But we'll go from there. And yeah, I think it's okay to just keep the letter grades as is. Though honestly, I'm more of like a for how this game feels, I'm more of like a S, A+, A, B kind of guy. And that might sound to you like that's just like it's semantics, but the point of doing something like this is more so to say that like even the characters who are in this B tier, I don't think are like in a vacuum that weak, right? It's just that there are better characters in the game. Whereas I don't know, I mean, just like if you think about the grading system, C implies a little bit more of a little bit more mediocrity / like straight up weakness. I think that is just not really there in the roster. I don't think. I think we can color grade this shit a little bit too. Yeah, sure, why not? That's nice and pretty colors there. Sure. But yeah, I mean, there's I guess the disclaimer too of like, you know, I've been playing this game for a little bit now. I'm trying to get my way up the MR in master rank here. But you know, it's been good little 4 or 5 months since I've returned to Street Fighter 6 here. So possibly my opinions may change over time, but we'll see. Right now, okay, so Luke to get started right away here. I think Luke felt like, honestly, even when like before any of his like, you know, the Terry patch or this patch where he got some like reversions and like some buffs again, right? I feel like even when I was fighting this guy, like just post Season 2, he never felt like he was horrible or anything. Maybe just like a little outdone by some of the stronger Shotos, right? But since then, he's gotten. I don't think he's ever like they've tried to like do a little bit, give Luke a little bit back. I don't think they've done like an amazing job necessarily in the sense that they haven't like torpedoed him back to the top of the game or anything. Which again, it's not their intention fully. But he feels strong. He feels competent, right? The fireball buff they gave him in the 2.5 patch, where it wall splats now, is pretty cool. You can do some fun stuff off it sometimes. You can go to like level 3 and shit like that. But like primarily, honestly, it just makes like the EX fireball a lot scarier of an option to just get hit by. Because even when he can only do like level 3 follow up there when he's got you like back up against the wall in the corner. But even in the mid screen, you like wall splat and fall down. You can just like run in and do whatever the hell he wants, or get some drive rush LK, or maybe even like he might even not even need to drive rush. He could maybe just like dash, get some nonsense depending on the spacing, right? So that's pretty nice. They gave him some damage back. Has always been a pretty well-rounded character, right? He's got a lot of the tools you might need. He's got a really disgusting jump, heavy punch still. Lots of nice normals. I think Luke feels like pretty solid to me. I don't know that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's better than this. Maybe I'm downplaying just a little bit, right? But Luke feels pretty solid to me. Not top tier by any means, but very capable of winning just about any bracket you would throw him into, as long as the player piloting him is capable enough, it seems. I don't think you're ever going to play Luke and lose and go, oh man, if only I was playing X or Y or Z character, I could have won the game. Alright, so this is the first one I think that actually does differ kind of notably after the patch, right? So Jamie got basically 2 changes in Season 2.5. Again, the little December patch. But what it was his jump heavy kick is easier to combo off of on anti-air now, because it always gives that blowback even on non-counter hits. That's cool. The other thing is him getting drive gauge after the drinks. I feel like that's a really big deal. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe Jamie still Jamie still has all his flaws. But again, you'll find people getting kind of like caught in this trap a little bit too, where Jamie really is like he's not a weak character as far as the tools he has access to. His fundamental issue, like people will always be like, oh yeah, like what's the classic meme of like what makes a good character? Oh, it's like you dive kick's nice, like plus on block, good drive rush overhead, all this good stuff, or reversal, and like, oh shit, wait, Jamie has all of those things. Why is he bad? And a big part of it, I think, is because it's the fundamental trade-off of in a game with not that many interactions usually, just like get a knockdown and immediately try to go kill someone, him having to give up one of those advantage states for some Oki is kind of unfortunate. Very unfortunate, in fact. I think it's the fundamental problem with Jamie as a character. With that in mind, I feel like now, if you're going to take a drink and you're going to get like half a bar of drive gauge back, or like get out of burnout faster, stuff like that, that's a big buff to Jamie. I'm not so sure. I think so where probably Jamie will be like somewhere here before this, I feel like he probably moves up, like probably an entire tier off that one change. Is that insane of me? Is that way too optimistic? Maybe. I think the flaw of like, you probably still would rather, just get the Oki and the drive gauge, or like, because most people, if they hit you, if they in block strings, they'll build back drive gauge anyway. But I think that makes that fundamental problem of his, where he has that trade-off, it makes it a lot more balanced, I guess. It doesn't feel as bad getting the drinks now, because, I mean, at the end of the day, we talked about with Guile a lot while I was reading the patch notes, and I mentioned this a lot of the time in the patch notes. We'll talk about it more when we get to Guile too. But like, playing around the drive system well pretty much makes you a good character, right? There's lots of different ways you can do it, but if you play around drive well, it's a big part of being strong in this game, and Jamie got a much needed improvement to that. Honestly, I could be downplaying his ass, but I don't think so. I think he moves up a tier probably, but not very much more than that. I will admit, I don't understand Manon. I'm not really sure how good I think Manon is, in the sense that, at least when I'm playing Zangief, I usually feel like I'm playing better Manon, and I think that leads me to a inclination to say that she's not as good as she possibly is. But if I think about it from just a bit of an objective standpoint here, right? They did fix a lot of like just the weird shit with her combos in the mid screen, her level 2 and stuff like that in Season 2. They did make, like, there's been 2 sort of stacking changes now where her medals scale her super, and now they also scale her super meter, right? It's a bit of synergistic stuff there. Like, they've given Manon a lot of nice stuff. She has her general on-hit damage is a lot more threatening than it used to be, right? Which I think used to be like my old strategy in like Season 1 against Manon is like hold up on her like literally all the time, because who cares? But I feel like I do die doing that a lot more often than I used to. I could be wrong. She still doesn't feel great to me. I don't think she's like one of the worst characters in the game by any means. But I don't. She doesn't like she feel closer to Luke or Jamie to me, and I feel like she feels closer to Jamie. Maybe she's like up here, but I don't think so. I think like IDOM is just IDOM, and if you know, just because a character won a important tournament recently does not mean they're good. It could mean that the person piloting them is just busted. In fact, I think it usually does mean that. Okay, so Kimberly might be the biggest. I don't know. Kimberly might be like one of the bigger winners of the patch. The more I think about it, this character I don't think was very good before, but I did not really track the changes to her little step, her arc step, right? I didn't really understand what that 2-frame difference meant, but the fact that you just like she has a lot more devilish mix, I suppose. Now you can't just like mash and everything she does is very scary. They buffed her heavy punch, they buffed her slides. She's just a lot more intimidating as a character, and they've been giving her a lot of nice quality of life buffs before this too, with like the spray can stuff, right? She gets like more damage on it. She can reload her spray cans a little bit easier. Like Kim genuinely feels to me like she's going to be quite scary. This is more of like a we haven't seen enough to say this for sure, but Kim feels like she's going to be actually very strong this patch, I think. They had already like given her a lot of nice little stuff, and suddenly it feels like they gave her 3 like really impactful buffs in the heavy punch, in the arc step. The slide is maybe not as good, but still like a moderately impactful buff. So I think kind of like I probably would have put her here-ish. I think she jumps up another tier, kind of like Jamie, where I think her buffs are actually very impactful from what I felt. All right, listen. I have fought a good amount of Marissa before the patch. I fought for how little time has been here after the patch. I fought a good amount of Marissa after the patch. Listen, they made her charge moves faster. They made some of her. They gave her more active frames on Superman Punch and stuff like that. Maybe Marissa still have to find something, right? Like maybe there's something here that's like really crazy that Marissa just haven't found. They're gonna post some Twitter clip and everything's gonna explode. It's gonna be like, wow, it's crazy, right? But I don't know, man. It just feels to me like she still like isn't that good. Maybe it's I don't know. Like maybe it's a bit of downplay, but outside of like me just doing dumb shit into Marissa and like DIing her Gladi and stuff like that, I really don't feel like this character is that threatening. This could be really stupid, I don't know, but she doesn't feel that threatening to me, and I don't think she's a great matchup for Geef either necessarily, right? I think she like grappler characters can struggle if people just like kind of bulldog them down and like beat up their bad defense, right? So even I don't think it's Geef carrying me through that, though Geef is definitely a much stronger character than Marissa in my opinion. I don't know, she just doesn't feel that scary, man. Doesn't feel like that's she does a shit ton of damage, right? She hits you like a goddamn truck, but it's almost like I don't know, it's not that special, I suppose. Like the fact that, you know, sometimes she's gonna 2-touch your ass. I mean, a lot of characters can like nearly 2-touch your ass. A lot of the better characters are like doing not as much damage to Marissa, but damn near as much, and they have almost everything else to boot, right? So I don't know, she feels like she's a little bit without a specialty right now, besides, you know, hits you about 20% harder than average. Or, I mean, no, not than average. 20% harder than, like, anyone else. Lily. I don't know. I don't think they know what they want to do with Lily. Now, this is it. The counterexample. I think Lily is a horrible matchup for Geef. And yet, I don't know if they know what they want to do with this character. I think it's kind of hard to balance Lily in any sort of way, I think, just because while a lot of her is not very good and like borderline useless, if you think like Condor Spire is actually one of the best moves in the game. Is that a hot take? I don't think so, right? Like Condor Spire is just one of the best moves in the whole game. And I think they're very afraid of like giving Lily too much that isn't that, or like making that even easier to get access to or stuff like that, or obviously like buffing that in any sort of way, anything like that. So like with that in mind, it feels like she's paying really heavily for having that. Like even the buff she got in season 2.5, they're afraid to buff Marissa because of season 3 SF5 Abigail? Yeah, possibly. But yeah, it doesn't feel like Marissa has gotten anything meaningful ever, and it had just kind of like, you know, when the game first dropped, it was like, oh my god, character does big damage, must be good. But as you go on, right, those kind of characters tend to fall down. But yeah, like Lily, again, it feels like they're just like afraid of Condor Spire, which is fair. I think Condor Spire is very good, right? And like she can have just like some very oppressive rounds if she gets set up properly and just like loops you, like, you know, Condor Spire into like kick Condor Spire, wake up, kick Condor Spire, like stock, and just loops on itself. But at this point, I don't know. I think that's not super fun for the Lily. I don't think that's super fun for the person getting hit by it. That's not as important. No one has fun getting their ass beat in the corner, right? And it also, I think, limits their design space on the character a lot. I'd be very curious, like, in Season 3, I almost expect Lily to get, like, a rework. Because it feels like they're really trying And I think they understand Lily is not that good. They just like can't figure out what to do with this lady because her design is so like weird and jagged, right? Like, more than almost any other character probably. Her design is just so weird and jagged that they don't really know how to buff her without making her either too good or like yeah. Lily's weird. She's not very good though. I don't think like, even with Condor Spire being as good as it is, I think she's just like she beats the hell out of Geef. Even then, I definitely do see the strength difference between the two characters. They have to rework her. Is this too linear? Yeah. But the problem is, it being linear right now makes it pretty weak. If you overbuff it, it can become just like she can become like one move the character, but it's good, right? She becomes like if Condor Spire gets too strong, then. And if you make her non-linear, if you give her like a lot of strengths, then she also just has Condor Spire, which again I think is one of the best moves in the whole game with the wind stocks up, right? Then suddenly you just made a nightmare. You've made like Super Akuma, and I'm not talking about the dude, right? You made Super Akuma. Like you've given a character like a bunch of well-rounded tools and the best move in the game. So yeah, I think a rework is probably in the cards. Not like a complete rework, but like some kind of like power budget shifting. If they have to nerf Condor Spire to like make other parts of the character better, who knows? JP, okay. JP's interesting, right? Because JP, they gave him back his anti-air, and then they also, because they nerfed this guy quite a bit in Season 2. He was still fine even then, right? But like, where Luke, it feels like they gave him some like reversions, but they were kind of like, yeah, they were nice. They were not anything huge. It feels like JP's buffs are actually quite meaningful, right? They gave his like crouching heavy punch basically all the way back. And then also this level 2 buff, it's not the biggest deal in the world. I see he gets like, he gets like 3,800 damage off throwing you. Where like normally you get like 2,000, 2,500. What's a punish counter throw again? I think it's 2,000, right? So it's meaningful for sure. When I say it that way, it's like doubling the damage, right? But like that's all he got in 2.5. He was already pretty damn good though, and again, level 2 basically not having a safe answer anymore. Like before, you level 2, you go, okay, I'm just gonna parry. You take 2,000 damage. You go from there. You have to eat some Oki, but like, oh well, the alternative is taking a shit ton and also Oki. Now that level 2 has no real safe answer, you just have to hold that mix, which is very difficult to hold mix. I don't think you can do any kind of like real unblockables off that shit. I'm not sure, actually, he has some overheads. Man, regardless, level 2 is very scary, and the fact that it's even scarier now, I'm gonna put him here. This is not, I promise you, this is not the Zangief in me saying that JP scares me, and therefore I think JP is very strong. Maybe JP is like top, the king of A+ or something, but he's been given a lot of like he got two very like a big reversion and then a pretty nice buff on level 2, and I think he was already pretty solid even before either of those things happened. I think you could argue him for like the lower end of this tier before they gave his anti-air back and before they buffed level 2, and those are both very big buffs, right? Amnesia is still the big thing that just like completely shot on him, but I don't know, man, it's still a reversal. You just don't get like 6,000 damage off it anymore. So JP feels very strong to me. Jerry is, the $1 million character, right? Jerry, I think, is just kind of perennially sort of somewhere over here, right? I don't think Jerry is very much just like the ultimate sort of rushdown character in this game. It feels like Kim now, I guess. Like Jerry is one of those characters where like sometimes she's gonna hit you and she's gonna take you to the corner and it's going to die, right? It is very hard to stop whatever the fuck this lady does when she has you in the corner, right? But she feels like very momentum based, right? If she can't get that neutral W, and if she has to play like a more even like grounded footsies game with you, she can like sneak in with a dash or a drive rush or something like that, then I think it does cause her some pain. With that being said, she's really, really good at just like sneaking into your face with she has one of the fastest drive rushes in the game. She's got good walk speed. She's got pretty good buttons. Her fireball can be problematic for her in some matchups. People can like go over that shit, stuff like that. If you have like a Geef can knee over it, I guess Honda can like headbutt over it probably, stuff like that. So it doesn't hold space for her as much as she might want. In 2.5, I don't really think she got that much better. I mean, the punish counter, crouch heavy punch stuff is something, I guess. I mean, they gave that to Geef too, and you never really see like how often do you see Geef get like a punish counter, crouch heavy punch. It's a DJ knee call out basically is all it is. But she's good. She's very solid. I think she will more often than not steamroll you, but I think there's a little bit of inconsistency to that game plan that keeps her just outside of the best characters in the game, in my opinion. I think Jerry is very on. She hits really hard. Yeah, no, Jerry. Yeah, she does a lot of damage. She's got very hard to stop offense. It's just she has to get that going first. I don't think she's exceptional in the mid screen or on defense necessarily. Very good anti-air, I guess. Her little pinwheel is like one of the biggest DPs in the game. Right. All right, DJ. They keep giving DJ the weirdest goddamn changes, man. Like feel like I don't really understand what they're trying to do with DJ in like any of these patches ever since they like kind of nerfed him a lot in Season 2, right? Like the sway overhead changes, and like they gave him, like they made his little feint thing like a frame faster. They gave him a, I don't know, like I don't fully understand what they're trying to go with DJ. DJ's good, right? He's not a bad character by any means, but I don't really know if the changes they have given him have really made any sort of difference. But I mean, you know, still hits pretty hard. It's still obviously fastest drive rush in the whole game. They did nerf knee, but it's still a very like oppressive aerial. He's still good. I'm not really sure how I feel about him though. I feel like maybe you could argue him to be like bottom of here, maybe. I don't know if that's up play, right? Like, part of me wants to put him here, but I'm like, no, he feels way better than Jamie and Manon to me. I'm not gonna lie to you, right? So I think bottom of A+ sounds about right. Like, he just, you know, he hasn't hit quite as hard as he used to before Season 2, obviously, and they took away a lot of his more degenerate tools. But I think he's still very solid and can still definitely put up a fight, right? Cammy got nerfed pretty significantly in the patch, in the sense that like she definitely, like the changes mattered, right? The dive kick getting nerfed and her DP not side swapping are big deals, because that was two of the best things about her, right? Sometimes the side swap on the DP was a big deal, like in a negative sense. If you try to, like, if someone is like trying to pressure their way out of the corner, they like, you know, do some sort of drive rush string with a gap, and you do the DPOS and you like side swap yourself into the corner. That could be weird for Cammy. But like most of the time, it was a DP where if you got hit by that shit when you were running pressure on Cammy in the corner, you got put in the corner and she got Oki and it was horrible, right? So that DP side swap made it like, I mean, probably with the nerf of Amnesia, that probably was just the best reversal in the game before this, right? I mean, maybe if you want to count like flash kick, but I don't really think so. Probably was just the best reversal in the game, right? So now it not side swapping makes it much more in line with a regular ass DP. And the dive kick, again, anti like throws are very strong in SF6. Having a very, very strong anti throw bait option is, I'd argue outside the crouch medium punch nerf you got side graded. I just nah. Because the DP change is big, and the like one of the best things about Cammy period was that jumping EX dive kick. Throws are such a big part of the offense in SF6 that if you have a really strong anti-throw option, it's one of your best tools. He still does. He still is going to dive kick you, he's going to hit you. He can't side swap unless you want to spend 4 bars now, though. Or maybe even like super, I think. So that's a big deal, again, right? So I think Cammy got, like, and the crouching medium punch recovery stuff, too. She got pretty nerfed. However, I think Cammy was really strong, and I think she's still like one of the best characters in the game, right? It's kind of what I mean when I said that. I don't think the patch like has really done anything to the tiers that much outside of like maybe like, you know, Jamie, Kimberly, stuff like that. Cammy is weaker. I think she's still, you know, like nerfed from like top 5 to top 5 or something, right? She's still one of the best characters in the game. It's just the gap between her and other characters feels smaller than it used to now, right? All right, Ryu is a weird one because they cannot stop buffing this guy, and like with DJ we talked about, like they give him a lot of changes every time. Lost hold defensively but gained the chance to start offense with the DP. I mean, I would argue that side swapping into the corner before she also like started offense, right? Even if she couldn't drive rush OQ, you were in the corner. I don't think that's that much of a difference personally. Like the getting swapped into the corner and her being plus at all, like she's starting offense even if she's not getting like drive rush OQ off of it. I think it's still probably worse overall. But yeah, so Ryu, they unlike DJ, we said like they keep giving him changes. I'm not sure what they mean, or like Luke, they're giving him like a little bit of nice stuff, but it's not a big deal. They keep buffing Ryu, and the buffs keep being like very meaningful. I'm not sure how strong Ryu is, man, but like I feel like there was a really solid arguments to put Ryu like somewhere in this tier of character last patch, and then they just made him like really belligerent. It feels like in this one, right? Like the little like forward heavy kick changes, the high blade kick stuff, right? Like, I don't know, is Ryu an S tier character now? I don't know. This is one of the characters that like really makes me damn that I'm doing this like a week after the patch dropped. I really do. Like, this may be like one of the ones you have to wait on a little bit more, but like Ryu feels really strong. Because again, I think you could have put him here before they buffed him, and then I think he got very meaningful buffs in the patch, right? So like, is Ryu like an S tier character? Maybe. I'm gonna put him. This is against more like one of those like investments. I'm just gonna believe in my boy. I think he was quite good and got very meaningful buffs. We'll put him here. Maybe like a little bit more conservatively, he's like here-ish. Right? Maybe he's like just like, you know, king of the A pluses. But I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna believe in the boy. Problem with side swap is that it resets to neutral, so you're in the corner, not really under pressure. But it's not really neutral if you're in the corner, right? I think I would argue that again. If in the corner is not really neutral at all, right? That's just my take on it. That's fair. That's fair. I think losing the side swap is a really big deal, personally. All right, Honda got some nice buffs. Honda got he can approach a little bit better with the little slaps, right? He has better drive reversal punish, all of that. I will say Honda has gotten much more popular post patch. I feel like I saw like one Honda every 97 to 172 days previously, and now it's like you'll fight multiple Hondas per day online. I think the community has like really been reinvigorated by it. However, this is a case where, you know, this is a good matchup for Deef, so maybe I'm downplaying, but like, he feels almost the damn same to fight. He does not feel that threatening still, right? Maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe the Hondas are gonna like find some tech that'll make me swallow my words. I think he got some good buffs. He feels pretty much like still mostly a gimmick machine to me. If you know how to deal with headbutt and butt slam, then he's probably not that good. If you don't know how to deal with headbutt and butt slam, he's gonna send you to Brazil, right? He's gonna send you all the way to the Shadow Realm, I think. Maybe you could put him like here, but I don't know, man. The buffs were nice. I don't think it's enough to move him up here or anything like that. He feels almost exactly the same to fight, by my personal opinion. Blanca, no one plays this guy. Like, so Honda used to be one of the rarest characters. Blanca kind of always has been, and it feels like even more so now. This is the one character I just couldn't really tell you. This is the character that I don't really fight that much, and he's also a bit of a weirdo boy, and I don't know. I'll tell you, when I do fight him, he strikes me as, like, pretty good. Like, okay, right? Like, his level 2 is still very scary, right? He's got very high anti-air damage. He's got, like, some okay buttons to press. He does some decent damage overall. He's got... His walk speed is not amazing, obviously, but, you know, got some nice buttons to hit in neutral, at the very least. Anti doesn't really do too much in the ways of, like, you know, comboing with EX moves, something like that. Jump back ball is still a good anti-throw move. It's not as, you know, they did nerf it a lot, obviously, but it's still good. He does feel like a little bit of a knowledge check character, I will say. But yeah, Blanca is probably the placement I am the least confident in here, but he feels roughly here-ish to me. Like, he doesn't, like, jump off the page when I'm fighting his ass, but he doesn't feel weak either. I think he's got some sauce. You can maybe use, a tiny bit of love. If you want to put Blanca here, it does look a little bit weird to me, personally. Like, this is a vibes-based placement, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a lot more reasoning for the other characters on this list. I think Blanca is more vibes-based. But, like, the vibe I get from fighting the few Blancas I do every now and then is that he's only okay, I think, which is sort of I think the Manon Jamie tier. They're fine, they're strong characters, they can win, certainly. But, you know, they're okay. They're not necessarily jumping off the page, as far as I'm concerned. Guile is funny. Okay, so when I first thought about this, like, I want to tier list. I was like, oh, Guile's is gonna go here, right? But the more I think about it, so the really big special thing with Guile, besides him just having the the best fireball in the game, very, like, 2 moves the character, but, like, really, really good moves. Like, he's Lily, but, like, he's been fully unleashed, right? But the really big thing with Guile, I think, has always been the fact that this guy is just... If we talk about Jamie, and saying that Jamie's buffs are good, because Drive Gauge is the main thing in SF6, everything comes out of Drive Gauge, playing around Drive Gauge well is what makes you a strong character, then Guile's always sort of been kind of the best at this. Kind of beating up your Drive Gauge while also, like, recovering his own with his zoning and all that. But I will say, there are 2 things that happened in the past couple patches that make me want to reconsider and maybe even do this, as crazy as that sounds. I want to double check something real quick, just so I don't, like, spread misinformation here. Where is the... I want to go to, like, the September, the Terry balance update, where they made the one change to Guile. That was one of his booms. Yeah, this is what I wanted to look at. I wanted to make sure that they didn't just change the super gauge on this, but yeah. They gave him less drive gauge on the booms as well, right? Like, this does not sound like a lot, but it's actually a big deal. They halved it, basically. But then also, something else that happens that's sort of a little bit more subtle over the course of the December balance patch. If you notice, if you go through a lot of the characters, right? Almost everyone has multiple lines in their patch notes that look something like this. Look something like that, right? Luke has the 1, Jamie just got, like, drive gauge off his drinks, right? Manon got drive gauge increase here and here, right? Kimberly got some drive gauge increase stuff too, if I remember correctly. Oh no, Kimberly one of the only ones who didn't? Oh, yeah, no, there you go, right? tripled on her heavy kick. Like, almost every character in the game got multiple or one significant increase to drive gauge off some of their attacks, right? Marissa, here too. Every single, like, this seems like a universal thing they did. And the reason that matters is because if everyone is just having access to more drive gauge and everyone is playing around the drive gauge system better, it makes Guile a little bit less special. It doesn't make his core gameplay any weaker, but like his big strength as being drive gauge, the guy who just like, he's always gonna have drive gauge, you'll never have drive gauge, and when he burns you out, you die. And when he's in burnout, he doesn't even care about it. Guile's very strong in burnout. Like those two things combined, then making his drive gauge resource gain a little bit worse off boom, and then everyone else across the board getting their drive gauge abilities like buffed, it almost makes me want to put him down here. But I will say, it feels really stupid to me to have Ryu here and Guile here, but things have changed, man. Ryu just keeps getting buffed every goddamn patch, and Guile, while he overall definitely has not gotten nerfed that hard, I think people have sort of caught up to his gimmick a little bit, right? I'm gonna do it. Maybe that's crazy. I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna do it. If you want to put Guile on S tier, I wouldn't call you crazy or anything, but that's just the sneaking suspicion I have. Like, everyone getting their drive gauge, and some people got a lot too, right? Like Honda got it in like multiple different spots, right? Oh no, that was Ryu who got multiple. Yeah, he got this, and he also got this. Well, this is him decreasing your drive gauge. But he got multiple different ways to play around with drive gauge. It makes me feel that Guile is a little less special than he used to be. A little bit less special than he used to be, right? Alright, I mean, listen. Ken is one of the characters who is obviously very strong. You don't need any convincing that Ken is a very strong character. He got nerfed. He did, right? He gets worse Oki off some things, for sure. But he still has the crazy corner carry. He still has very high damage combos. He still has heavy punch. He still has Jinrai. He still has, like very, very good EX routing for some of his combos, too, to play around with drive gauge a little bit better, right? Routing off EX moves for your combos is always better than routing into drive rush, because you like regain drive gauge as you're doing your combo. Like, Ken still has all of the things that really make him a menace. Some things in him did get worse, but they were not like fundamental to his strength or anything, right? There, back throw nerf I'll always take, but I think kind of like what I was talking about earlier with Cammy's EXDP, if someone's gonna put you in the corner and you're not that far away from them, it's gonna be pressure, right? It's not, calling it resetting to neutral is not really accurate in my opinion. So back throw is still really good. His DP probably is the thing that got hit the hardest, quote unquote, but yeah. Step kick nerfs, sure. That's more of a matchup thing, I think. Some matchups can just like spam step kick over and over and over again, because characters didn't have like a 4 frame that could beat it. I think Ed was one of them. It was -4, and like if you have a small 4 frame, he just did that shit. It was step kick the matchup. So like that's more of like a matchup thing, I think. Like most characters had to punish on that a lot of the time. So Ken is still quite good. Kind of like Cammy, where like he's a little worse, right? He's a little worse than he used to be. He's less nerfed than Cammy was, but still one of the best characters in the game. I don't think there's too much surprise there, I think, right? Chun? So Chun, here's an interesting thing about Chun, right? Chun to me always felt like, even when I saw people like kind of souring on the character a bit, I was always a little bit surprised, because Chun feels strong to me. I don't really see the point of like people kind of being a little bit sad on her in Season 2. But I will say, I think a big part of it, personally, is I feel like Chun's whole, like mid-range space control, like walk back and like counter poke sort of thing that she's got going on there with her big old buttons and all that. I feel like she was kind of outshined by Ed once he came out. Like, it wasn't that Chun was bad by any means. She's hot S+, so true. I think it was just more so that Ed did, like, they were kind of like similar archetypes, her and Ed just kind of did what she wanted to do better. So it's like, well, I mean, why would you play this Chun-Li character if Ed exists? Maybe I'm wrong. That's kind of the vibe that I got, though. Right? They feel like similar characters to me. So, with Ed being still quite good, but like definitely like weaker after this patch, I wonder if Chun gets to see a little bit of a resurgence, right? Like, Chun always felt like kind of one of these kind of characters to me. But it felt like everyone kind of, was not so high on her in this season. And I wonder if it's because of just the existence of Ed is what caused her to be that. It's hard to say, but Chun always, she feels strong to me, right? I mean, she is, like, her, Jamie, and now Akuma are all tied for fastest backwalk speeds in the game. She still has a lot of, like, very belligerent buttons she can push, like, very safe, big old jabs. Her, like, stand jab is still just fucking war crime of a button, right? Her fireball drive rush is still very good. Does a decent amount of damage. Doesn't have a throw loop, so that's kind of sad, but, she makes do without one. Good anti-throw move as well in air legs, right? Kind of like Cammy. Not quite as impressive as the pre-nerf dive kick was, but still good. So she's strong. Okay, Geef. Geef is good. Geef has gotten some nerfs, and they have been like like notable. They've been moderate, but so kind of like the same thing. The reason Geef is so good primarily now is because he just plays around the drive gauge so goddamn well. Geef feels, once he's in, at least, Geef is definitely the biggest drive bully in the whole game, I think. Like, just getting, like, you know, blocking, like, headbutt, hell stab, Geef, like, gains a drive bar back, and you lose a drive bar. Like just the safest, most brain-dead frame trap option from there is a 2 drive bar swing, right? And God forbid, you eat, like, a meaty drive rush headbutt where he gets 2 headbutts guaranteed. He goes headbutt, headbutt, and then he can hell stab or like, continue the pressure, right? In that case, you're eating, like, you know, you're losing, like, 2 drive bars, like, 1.7. He's gaining, like, 1.7. Right, he gets like a bar back off SPD. He just plays around the drive gauge so incredibly well. He does less damage now with headbutt, hell stab, or like headbutt in general being nerfed. Right, he lost jump cancel SPD, which is meaningful. I think that again having a good anti-throw option is important, and Geef basically doesn't anymore. His defense is pretty confirmedly ass at this point. Unless he has level 3 or something on deck, in which case watch out. But I think the things that made Geef strong in Season 2 are still really basically all there. It's just he does a little bit less damage. He does moderately less damage for sure. It's noticeable on some of his strings. He lost like 800 damage on some things, right? He has less damage, and he's a little bit less scary to throw loop, I suppose, right? Or a lot less scary to throw loop. With that in mind, though, I think Geef is still definitely very much up here with like these class characters, right? Like Geef, as I'm playing Geef, I do not ever feel like, oh man, I lost. I wish I was playing someone besides Geef. Like if I just wasn't playing this weak ass character, no. Geef feels very scary. Feels very strong. He feels damn right stupid in some cases. There are like scenarios where Geef wins, right? I don't think any other character is winning that, right? Like Geef's like one chance potential is insane sometimes, especially like the EX Lariat level 3 stuff they gave him after the patch 2. Geef is still very strong, very scary. I don't really think I'll buy any sort of argument that Geef is like one of the best characters in the game, but does that mean he's not good? No. Does that mean, honestly, can you maybe even like, are they going to nerf him a little bit more? Possibly. I could see it. I don't think it's unreasonable. I think he's in a fine spot as is, though. He's strong. If you want to be strong, I think he's in a reasonable place as he currently stands. Oh, dude. Okay, I was talking about Blanca being the I don't know character. Chun feels like the real all-rounder. Only problem is she's not easy to pilot, but she has everything outside of a real throw loop. Yeah. I think her main problem was just Ed was her but better. Also hard to pilot, keep in mind, but just her but better. But I don't think it's straight up true anymore, right? But yeah, so here's the real question mark. My bad. I have no idea. I don't know how good Dhalsim is, and this is like the real one where it's very hard for me to separate the fact that I play Zangief out from this, right? But he feels real scary to me, but I actually don't really know. It feels like a lot of the changes they gave him are not like super meaningful. Dhalsim is very much like he's like the hyper specialist character of this game. I think it's very hard to actually rate how good Dhalsim is unless you play him probably to an extent, or like have at least like a pretty decent knowledge of him if you got him to master or something like that, right? But I mean, I will say, if he was like really good, I feel like the matchup with him and Geef will be probably scarier than it is. Like it does feel like there's a lot of room for Geef to actually play around in that matchup, even though it is quite difficult. If he was really good, like I guess what I'm trying to get at, this is another vibes-based placement because Dhalsim is one of the ones I'm just not as certain about, honestly. But yeah, if he was really good, like if he was like here, right? I feel like the matchup would be a lot harder than it is. Geef is a better character than Dhalsim for sure, and I think that kind of closes the gap in like the archetypal differences. It's just that Geef kind of power cliffs him a little. I'm not sure if he's like down here. I don't know if that's true. I'm gonna be like vaguely optimistic because I feel like again maybe this is the Geef player syndrome, but I'm gonna say Dhalsim is like sort of up there with the okay character. I think Dhalsim is fine. He's strong. When I've seen like strong Dhalsims play in tournaments and stuff, he feels like he's got sauce. He's got some sauce. I don't think he's got like all the oppressive tools that some other characters have that make them pretty good, but he seems like a functional character design at the very least. And they gave him like they did give him some like new combo routes. I'll think his punish counters, stand heavy kick, and stuff like that. They're trying to make his level 1 do things. He's gotten some nice stuff. So I feel like I'm okay putting him there. Rashid is really good. Is Rashid the best character in the game? Maybe, I don't know. I think this game is relatively like there's a lot of characters who are quite good, like near the top, right? I think you could argue a lot of them as top 1. They wouldn't be insane or anything like that. But Rashid is really good. Nothing has changed about Rashid, right? Like, is he literally missing from the September balance patch? He might have been. So he got like basically nothing changed about him meaningfully. He gets a little bit worse Oki off his OD mixer. Maybe he can't level 2 off it, but he can still like unless you have like a meaty throw or something, like he can still kind of just hit you if you try to trade with him after OD Mixer Rate is level 2, right? You can maybe parry it on Wake Up and he can't like run in and throw you anymore because you're too close, but like he was not missing. He got buffed here, didn't he? Yeah, like he got like basically like a mild buff in September, and then he got like basically nothing in December. Rashid has been in contention for one of the best characters in the game all year, and he just hasn't changed. Right, he just hasn't changed. Level 2 remains probably, at this point, level 2 probably is just the best super in the game, right? You maybe could have argued Ed's level 2 before. I mean, maybe you could still argue like Blanc level 2 before or something, but like his level 2 is probably the best level 2 in the game. He's got good mobility. He's got, very high damage, very high execution, I will say. Rashid is not an easy character to play, and like his really high damage is like so inaccessible, like most Rashids don't even do it, right? He's got that combo with all the fucking one-frame links and the bounces off his little hop there in the corner. But yeah, I mean, fast character, great like fireball mind game, really high damage, amazing level 2, yeah, like damn near unsurvivable pressure sometimes, really oppressive in burnouts, easy access to plus frames, a lot of different ways to like mix you up if you're not paying attention. I mean, Rashid's good. You don't need me to tell you that Rashid is very good, right? Aki has gotten basically just a bunch of like nice quality of life stuff, like even like relatively meaningful stuff seemingly as like the patches have gone on in season 2. She got like really buffed at the beginning of season 2 as well. She feels, she's obviously like she has the most oppressive burnout pressure in the entire game, right? Again, pretty good fireball drive rush stuff going on. Good mid-screen combos, good like decent neutral. Like really, Aki's only problem is she has bad defense, right? Like, I feel like that's the only thing about her. Like Aki basically has literally everything. She's one of the highest damage characters in the game as well, right? She's on that like damn, like I think she's close to that Bison tier. Maybe, yeah, honestly, with the Bison nerfs, maybe on like her optimals, on average, she's not hitting as hard as he is. Probably like on her optimals, she might even do more in some cases. Regardless, she has everything but good defense. Basically, I think is sort of the Aki thing. Her not having like a real reversal that beats everything, I think is troublesome. Besides her level 1, right? But I think that's still probably. She has basically everything besides that, is what it feels like. I'm kind of flip-flopping between like here and like here or something, right? Her buffs are more geared to high level play, but they're really good for optimizing her. Yep. Like I want to say like she's either like here to me or here to me. It kind of depends on how much you think her like not really having good defensive options matters. I think I will say, unless you have like really good ones, again, basically like if you got like your like a good anti-throw tool or something, for the most part, like defense, this game is very offensive weighted anyways, right? Like even if you are a character with good defense, you are just gonna get put in the corner and die sometimes anyway. And for that reason, I get the vague sense that and they gave like everyone wake up drive reversal and stuff like that. So I get the vague sense that Aki having kind of like shit defense is not really that meaningful, right? It's a problem, it's a weakness, but her only real issue is that all her bad matchups got buffed. Sure. And I guess, yeah, because she does struggle with a lot of, I think Akuma is really tough for her, right? If I understand correctly. I'll keep her here though, again. I think she's basically, she does everything but have good defense. I'm not sure it really matters as much. Alright, Ed. Ed is probably the most nerfed character in the patch, right? He, again, a lot more whiff recovery on a lot of his stuff. His level 2 is kind of like sneakily quite a lot worse, just because the drive gauge difference when you land it is a lot less now. If you do the dream combo, it used to be that like your opponent was taking drive chip like the whole time, so you were gaining your drive back while they were both losing drive and being locked out of regaining their drive. Whereas now, it doing all the damage just at the end there means that the whole time you're doing your long ass like stand still, you're mine, stand still, you're mine, you're mine, stand still. Like they're recovering their drive the entire time, right? So that is actually like a pretty meaningful buff, nerf to Ed. What happened to my boy Eddio's base? He's still good. He's still strong. But he did get hit in a lot of different ways in this patch, right? That's one. His like crouch, light kick stuff, not linking into itself on counter hits, makes him a lot less. Like his offense a little bit scarier. His reward is a little bit scarier, right? Flicker. I mean, the backdash stuff off Flicker is like pretty meaningful. Like DI is a really good answer to Flicker now, like almost all the time. Yes, like really be far away from you for you just not like DI him on reaction when he does Flicker.
Get grabbed.
What's going on?
Nerds.
Lolandello, how's it going? How you doing? So I think Ed has been like, he is definitely the most significantly nerfed he was like somewhere here for sure beforehand, but I'm not exactly sure where. I mean, maybe it's dooming. By the way, this is definitely not, it is not, OD Blitz -4, Burger King or McDonald's. I don't think it's that bad at all. I could see a world where Ed has like dropped a tier. I could honestly see a world where he's like still here, right? But I think like a lot of his tools got hit. A lot of the stuff that was really good about him got tuned down quite a bit, right? Like the light kick, the crouching light kick stuff is very sad for him as well. Very unfortunate. OD Blitz isn't safe on block anymore. Like they hit a lot on Ed. If anything, the flicker nerfs are a really big deal because like at this point, basically whenever he does flicker, if you're in range, which is a big range now, just DI him, right? The flicker loses to DI, and the backdash will like almost never beat that shit if you're like in any kind of reasonable distance now, right? So, and then he got a bunch of like pretty moderate nerfs on top of that too, right? So I think Ed, if anything was gonna knock a character down a tier, it will be the things that happen to Ed. If he's still here, then you know what? Godspeed. But I think he's still very good. But I think he did get hit hard enough that it matters, right? Akuma is slower now. Akuma is still. I did not actually know this until people mentioned it, and I looked it up, and it's true. I got no credentials. Wouldn't be surprised if he was top of A in this list. I don't know if it's all that. It's not OD Blitz -4, Crouch Light Punch, Ass, Ed, Burger King, or McDonald's. No, it's not. It's not. I think there's some overreacting, but I think Ed is like definitely the biggest loser of the patch. I think. Akuma is. People said this. I looked it up. It's true to my understanding. Akuma used to be the fastest backwalk speed in the whole game, and now he is the fastest backwalk speed in the whole game. He just is tied now with Chun-Li and Jamie. So Akuma's backwalk speed is certainly slower, but he's still very fast. And besides that, I mean, the side swap thing is something, I guess. But besides that, I mean, Akuma still, does literally everything in the game the best except not die, pretty much. I mean, Akuma, he's still that guy, I think, right? Like, does the backwalk speed nerf hurt him? Yes, like, obviously. But he's still fast as fuck. He still has, like, just insane pressure in the corner, right? He still can hop over you just pretty easily and, like, fuck up your anti-air. Because, like, one of the things, I mean, this is a Geef problem, right? Like, one of the big things with Akuma side swapping like that usually was not his recovery afterwards. I know they added 5 frames of recovery to that, but I think it was more so the fact that, like, you see Akuma go, oh, Demon Flip, right? So you start Demon Flip out of the corner, you go, like, sure you can, or whatever you want, right? And then, the problem is, then your DP whiffs entirely, right? And then Akuma kills you on landing. I don't think those 5 frames of recovery are gonna matter there pretty much any of the time. If you don't get baited, right? If you don't anti-air him, and he does just do that and land, then you can probably like either like outright punish him or like keep your turn, try to back throw him or something, put him in a 50-50, like way more often. But I don't think the extra 5 frames of recovery on his, you know what I'm talking about, by the way, let me just show you real quick. This is the only other change really besides the walk speed that he got that's meaningful. Where is it? Yeah, this, right? So like, if you don't get baited, you probably can like punish him or like, back throw him back into the corner way more often. The problem with this though was that usually you will. You see him Demon Flip, you try to anti-air him, in my case Lariat, it whiffs horribly and then he kills you. I don't think this really is going to change that most of the time. So really the only meaningful thing that Akuma got is his sweep got nerfed, so that's fair. Which, I mean, his sweep was very disgusting, so fair. But it really was just the walk speed thing, and while that's like meaningful, he's still the fastest character in the game. So I think he's still doing just fine. Michael Bison. Michael does like 500 less damage on his combos now, which is something. That's not nothing, right? That's in a game with 10,000 health. That's not nothing. But he still just does some of the highest damage in the whole game. They made Devil's Reverse like easier to fuck with, I guess, so that's good. I mean, what did they even change besides that? Is there anything else I'm missing? Mr. Bison? That's what the M stands for, is Mr.? Oh yeah, less drive gauge on this, sure. I mean, it's still +1 on block, and he still has like very damaging frame traps, so you're not really going to be doing that. Oh yeah, EX Psycho Crusher takes a lot more less too. Yeah, I mean, that's something. This matters. Like, he did get touched, for sure, right? Like, he did get nerfed, I think. But he's one of those characters where I think he was very good. He was very, on sort of the flip side, so like characters like Rashid or someone like that, or Aki, or Ed. Characters a little bit harder to pilot, right? I think Bison is pretty straightforward, pretty simple, and I think the things that make him straightforward and simple are still basically exactly the same, right? He just gets a little bit less reward off his shit, right? And some of this guy is arguably top 1. I think a lot of the cast is like you could put a lot of the cast as like top 1. I wouldn't think you were smoking crack, honestly. But yes, I do think Bison is still definitely somewhere in this S tier, right? I think Bison is still very, very good, personally. Like he did get nerfed, but a lot of the stuff that is like fundamentally strong about Bison is basically exactly the same, right? All right, Terry, it's weird, right? I think Terry was maybe a little bit underplaced before he got buffed. Obviously, Terry got a lot of shit in the patch. He's like way better at playing with drive now. He does a lot more drive damage. Obviously, he has a plus on block heavy punch, where he just didn't before. That's a big deal in and of itself. He got a lot of buffs. I'm still... Part of me almost... Like, this is like the one thing where I feel like I kind of... Maybe I'm stupid. It's very possible. It's very possible that I'm stupid. But, like, even though he got a lot of stuff, I still don't think Terry is, like... He doesn't feel that much scarier to fight. Maybe the Terrys are not, like, implementing his changes properly. Because he did get, you know, like, when I look at this, like, on paper, right? When I look on it, he's taken more drive gauge, round waves, a lot more usable, and a lot of pressure, string, stuff like that, right? He's got a plus on block button where he just didn't before. It's a really big buff. Like, so much of his stuff is so good. Yeah, his crouching medium punch is, like, way more consistent now. He had a lot of trouble with stuff like dropping and shit like that, right? So, like, on paper, I want to say, like, yeah, like, if Terry was, like, here, he's, like, you know, here now or something. But I'm not really sure if that's true. Like fundamentally, I wonder if Terry still has, like, some issues, but I don't know. I'm gonna be optimistic. This like, so there's kind of this 3 like vibes-based placements on this list. I think there's Dhalsim, there's Blanca, and there's Terry, right? And I've been like optimistic with all of them. I think, but I'm gonna be optimistic with Terry. He's changed so much that he's probably the character that's the hardest to actually tell how good he is. I think he's better than that personally. I don't know. We'll see. He's gonna be very different in how he runs all of his combos, his pressure, stuff like that now. So maybe I am downplaying, maybe I'm upplaying. I think a week in, Terry is probably the hardest character to figure out how much he's changed, probably. Right? It's because he is like one of the most buffed characters in the patch, and they are in very like significant, meaningful ways. So like, yeah, I mean, is there a world where Terry is like up here? I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't quite see it yet, I don't think. The crouch medium punch buff is extremely good. Yeah, I know it did used to drop in a lot of different cases. Now he just gets like way better conversions on average in a lot of places, a lot of spacings, right? But I don't know. I'll put him sort of in this sort of midpoint here, possibly. Him and Kimberly are both in like kind of like the buy stock right now. Perhaps I'm downplaying Terry. I have fought some Terry post-patch, and he has not felt extremely more horrifying or anything. But again, that might just be that it's going to take a little bit of time to figure out exactly how well everything schmoves on him, right? I will say, as I'm looking at this, I almost do want to put another division in here. Yeah, so I want to put one more division in here, because I feel like, for the most part, this looks right to me, right? This looks... Oil King won a pretty stacked tournament with him the other day, and that was before the buff. True, but I mean, again, I think one person performing really well on a character, I think is more so, like, that's Oil King being really fucking good at the game, and not Terry being, like, really broken necessarily. Maybe I'm wrong, right? But, like, you know, like, if, like, Hibiki wins something with, like, Lily, I don't think that makes Lily really good or anything. I think it makes him just really fucking good at the video game, right? But the thing I want to do, I think, because it feels a little... I want to do this, I think. I want to do something like this. This might be, like, too much. This might be a little bit too much glaze for some of these guys. But as I'm putting it here, I feel like there's a little bit of separation here. Maybe I'm wrong. So I think Aki's a little bit better than these guys. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I'm wrong. But this, looking at it to me, feels a little bit more correct in my head. I feel like, not just, I don't care that it's 5 people. I think, again, like, who cares if it's like a top 5 or a top 4 or whatever the fuck, right? But I think it just, these guys feel more threatening in general when I'm fighting them than these guys do. That's coming from a Geef player, right? So JP is very scared of me, for sure. Aki's kind of like not a bad matchup, actually. Like, there's a little bit of aura on these 5 that is not on these. I don't think it's insane to do this, by the way. I don't think it's like anything crazy, anything like that, right? But it just kind of feels more correct to me to split it up a little bit. Geef player takes, yeah. I think that's about right. I think that looks more correct to me personally, right? And this, like, I think it's like, by the way, it's like vaguely unordered. Like, if you, like, I think you could pretty much put like any of these characters here. If you want to say any of these guys were top 1, I don't think you're crazy, right? Like, any of them are all in contention for best character in the game, I think. Zangief does well into Cammy? Yeah. also want to say, like, do I want Aki up here? I'm not sure. Aki is like the big question mark in my head. You could put her like more than any of the other two too. I think you could put her here or here. I'm gonna keep her down here, but it's possible that I'm being too mean to Aki. It's a good list, I think. Personally, I would move couple, but I'm not a competitive player. Sure. I mean, neither am I. I'm no tournament level player by any means. Just trying to work our way through master rank here off like 5-6 months of experience in SF6 at this point. But yeah, I think for my current opinions, I'm okay with this. We'll see. Maybe we'll come back in a year or something. I mean, and in hindsight, these all been really, really bad placements or something. But no, I think it's about right. I think it's about right, at least for what I currently believe. And yeah, that's gonna do it. I think we're gonna play some ranked. Kind of want to just like play. I think Honda's underrated. Maybe Honda did get buffs. I did mention that Honda got like moderate, like noticeable buffs in the patch. He just didn't really feel that different to me when I fought him post-patch. That might be Geef player, though. I think Geef has a really nice matchup into Honda. That might be Geef talking, but he just felt kind of the same to me, personally. Maybe give the Hondas some time, figure out what they can do with those +3 slaps into 6 frame command grab. Who knows? But yeah, we're going to play some ranked, probably. Like an hour of ranked something to finish off. I want to play the video game now. I've been talking about the game for long enough. I want to play it. But before we do that, VOD watchers, hello, hi. If you like the video, any kind of like, subscribes, comments, bells, all that good stuff helps out a lot. You know how it be. I also do stream every day from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, except for Fridays, so come by and hang out. I also have a Discord, good place to make some friends, get some matches. But if you do join, be nice, or I'll shoot you in the head in Minecraft. Most important. Hope you had a great time hanging out today, as always. I know I sure did. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I think Guile is one of the ones I'm a little bit curious about. I think Aki and Ryu are the ones I'm a little bit curious about. But I think this is a fine list for my current opinions. Also, Nolandello, thank you for the sub, man. The tier 1. Much appreciated. It's like a patch to make the meta more stable, bring in some outliers. Yeah, again, I think by and large what this patch did is it squished the tiers a bit. At least, I think maybe Honda does deserve to be here. Huh? You know what? Yeah, game time decision, because like Honda got things that mattered, I think, where it really doesn't feel like these two did right now. Yeah, okay, you know what? Yeah, fine. I've been, because what it did is, besides these two, by and large, I think what it did is just kind of, again, it just kind of squished, made the top tiers and like the bottom tiers closer together, and the mid tiers a little bit better, stuff like that, which is a great patch, in my opinion. At the end of the day, all you can do is really close that gap. There's always going to be a top tier of some kind, right? Been enjoying your Grand Blue content as you got into it, want to show some support? Thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot, for sure. But yeah. Anyways, have a lot of fun with Street Fighter. Going to be a lot more coming your way, and until then, I will see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah, let's play some ranked. Let's play like an hour of ranked here, I think, and then we can finish up there. Talking about the game for long enough makes me want to play it. It's a shame I can't listen to Guile's theme anymore, but oh well. Alright, let's go. Let me download this too, I guess, while we're here. Alright, my son. Can I always buy the Guile theme in the ticket store? Wait, really? I was unaware of this. Wait, do I have enough drive tickets? I need to know now. I must know. Dare I say? Bunch of music customization if you have to drive. Oh, interesting. I don't think I have very many drive tickets, but I will certainly check that out because I would love me some old Guile theme. She headbutt on my drive gauge till I burn out. So true, bestie. Let me just get this started so it doesn't play that little intro thingy that it likes to do. There you go. Let's see if I can find this. You play only Geef? Pretty much. I do want to play more characters at some point, but I think I want to get a better grasp of the game and get a better grasp of Geef before I switch off, you know? If we can get to, like, you know, if we can at least, like, approach that like, legend boundary, I think I'd be more interested. Even if we can't, like, get there for, like, you know, 1900 MR or something, I think I would feel like I understand the game well enough at that point. Wait, so let's see. What are we doing here? What's these, what are we doing with these tickets? Shop? Music? I have 3,000 drive tickets. Street Fighter 2 bundle? I guess it is. It would be Street Fighter 2, right? Cool. I got that. Yeah. I have to pick very carefully, but I think it should be in Street Fighter 2. Yes. I struggle to pick mains in fighting games. Swap around constantly. Yeah. Luckily for me, I did just, like, you know, grapplers is my thing, and there's usually one primary grappler in each game, so I just play them. SF6 has like 3.5, so that's something. But look at the super one more. You can check what's in there before you buy. Ooh. Oh, you're right. Yeah, Guile. And then there's also, yeah, this Guile here too. But I don't have the drive tickets for this one, man. Let's see. Can I get more out of their battle pass or something? No. No. Okay, my bad. Oh well. Street Fighter 2 it is. It's the way that it must be. I gotta hold it, so true. If you open the replay menu, you get 500. I've done that before, I believe. So I think I've already had that. Mr. Takeover is very useful for me. I enjoy him greatly. Then in options sound, you can make a playlist? Wait, what? What do you mean by this? In options sound, audio? Character BGM settings? Oh, it's like a one that plays for every character? It's like when Guile is here, I can have it play Guile's theme? Does not exist. Oh. Boom. So then when Guile, now when I fight Guile, when I'm playing the character, oh, I want to be so when I'm fighting Guile, capped at 30 per character. What if I want to loop this one over and over? It's when I'm playing them. Big Geef, select your favorites. I see. Okay, my bad. I kind of do like Geef's theme though, but I guess we'll just keep that in there, right? So yeah, that counts for sure. I kind of do like a lot of the DLC ones we listened to today, right? So we can get like, we can get Ryu's in there. I do like me some Ryu. I do like me some, where's Jamie? Jamie. Kuma's is cool as hell. Fanatari's, naturally. Edge is really good. You know, let's not go too crazy. Let's just put, you know, Guile's theme in there, and that's it'll loop those, I presume, right? That's fine by me. That's I'm not a variety guy. That's enough. Not sure if it's just when you're playing it. You copied it to every character. I guess we'll see. We'll test out. If it only plays sometimes, then if it only plays in the mirrors, then we know that something's up. Something's fishy. Brick likes stability, it's true. Variety is overrated and cringe, even dare I say. Been a failure, I've been a success. I'm sitting on the sidelines. To make my own highlights. Stage themes is a whole other thing, by the way. I think a lot of the stage themes are very good in this game. I think the stage themes might even be better than a lot of the character themes, personally. Yeah, exactly. I got all my variety from, like, you know, did they jump or not? Afterwards, I'm fine.
Here comes a new challenger.
Hello, Ryu. It's a hot take. I like all the themes personally. I don't think I dislike any of them. I think some of them are a little bit less exciting for sure, though. All right, folks. We are back. More Street Fighter 6. Again, you know how it beat. Anti-airing, drive rush checking, all that good stuff. Counter DIing, and then also trying to, you know, play some more responsible neutral on this Zangief individual. We got Ryu. Oh, I thought we had him in the infinite there. We did not. I'm a fool. I know nothing. DP is fair. Sure. No, sir. Gotta use lariats a little bit more than I do currently, but, you know, in that case, that felt like a good place for heavy punch. We needed the speed right there. Oh, okay, so true. Can't challenge after EX Fireball, that's fair. Oh! Okay, my bad. Bonk. Okay, I'll take that trade in the grand scheme of things. Could have been worse, certainly. Get needs, idiot. Oh, baby, the reset to the medium SPD, and he's dead. Okay, cool. Good news, good news. Survivalist. That one's charming at the very least, if nothing else, right? Oh, I thought he was going to parry. I tried to land SPD, but he actually did jab my ass. Unfortunate, but the way of the world. And therefore, something we must deal with. Oh, that was a meaty ass headbutt. Get reset, nerd. Get put in the ground, even, dare I say. Okay, stay down. Mr. Ryuthan. Oh, no DIing here, good sir. I do not recommend that. Something, psychiatrist? Oh, he does say that, yeah. I'm trying to be a better man. Oh, God. I tried to SPD and I misinputted it. I thought I was going to parry. I tried to, like, you know, land empty jump SPD, but instead I messed it up and I got another... Oh, look at that, by the way. You see that? You see the super gauge I got there? That's, like, one of the really only meaningful things they buffed on Geef in the patch. Those, like, some of his, like, worst throws, they just, like, give him, like, literally 60% of a super bar now when they connect. And Borscht. Oh, I should have believed it. He didn't jump right away. I didn't believe, but I've reset him so much. I should have believed. I'm a fool. Okay. He's dead, right? Yeah, nice. I should have believed in the Borscht, man. I haven't said it, but I pissed, pussied out, I guess, is what I was trying to say. I was gonna say pissed out, it's not right. But I became a coward when he didn't jump immediately. I didn't believe. Bonk, bonk. Get grabbed. You ever try World Tour? It's a funny mode. I played a little bit of World Tour. It is in fact a funny mode, I would say. Oh, okay. Sure you can. Can I DP you? Sure you can. Oh, God. Spacing trapped. Oh, that was a misinput. If you ever see someone do like a rising aerial like that, unless they're trying to anti-air, almost certainly not intentional. Okay, we'll take that. Little triple frame trap action. Thank you, heavy punch. We're minus still, but it's fine. In the grand scheme. No throw. Oh! Okay, sure. Ah, keep running after him. The triple dash into the SPD. No, sir. There is no escape. Oh, okay, interesting. Bolds to parry there, but it did work pretty well for him, and he does the CA raw too. So we get a good bit of damage. Full scaling, of course, off perfect parry, but good bit of damage. I'm kind of okay with him spending that because we still have a round on him. And now he's not dead. I thought he was guaranteed dead. I was false and stupid and wrong. Okay. I thought I could get like headbutt into EX Lariat and kill him, but the headbutt was not a real frame trap. Well done. Calling my shit out there. I finally hit master rank in SF6. Time to lose all my MMR. Yeah, you definitely don't start at 1500 unless you're smurfing, probably. So, it's okay. I think when I first got back into playing this game after like the year-long break or whatever from Season 1, I think I went down all the way to like 1100 or something. Now we've kind of climbed back up a little bit here. You know, just play until you stick it on elo and then get better. It'll be fun. Hello, foot lady. How goes it? Okay, so Ryu's team is playing, Ryu is not on screen. So I think the playlist we set up did work. That's good. Oh, nice. Pseudo check on the drive rush there. She mostly just whiffed. Should be a little bit quicker on the draw with those, but still. Not bad. Oh, okay, she is guessing the resets right away, though. No punish. No, man. Oh, lariat. Maybe heavy punch better against her dive kick. Oh, I tried heavy punch there, but it got haha funny. A little bit too late on the draw, and speaking of late on the draw, I did not think fast. My bad. No, man. Okay, not quite. Okay, that's the second one's a little ambitious. In terms of being the first player to ever hit negative MMR, I mean, in theory, it's impossible. But what's theory to a pioneer such as yourself? I think heavy punch is just safer here. More potential dive kick shenanigans. So true. Oh god, I got kicked in the face. My face. It hurts. Oh yeah, no armor on low hitting stuff for heavy punch there. Nice. Get the side swap on her ass. Bonk. Pick up super. No, she jumped out of the corner though. May come back to bite her yet. Oh, I didn't think I'll burn myself out on that shit. Silly boy am I. Oh, shot ODDP. I tried to reset it to SPD and I just didn't get it. Am I dead? No, I'm not. In fact, she's dead. Amazing. She really, that was very unfortunate. Just barely miscalculated the chip on that. They're going for the chip off level 3. Now they didn't kill me and they don't have any meter for this round. That's a very sad state of affairs for them. Oh god, I did not think fast. Okay, yeah. Well done. I did not think fast. It's true. The rumors are correct. Nice. Couldn't heavy punch through that. As is normally the case. I'm just gonna do it. Are you jumping? No, you're not. Okay. That's good. That's good. That helps. Definitely does switch things into our favor a little bit here. Oh, that was a very just lucky bit of timing on that. Oh, DP. I thought I was going to jump and try to borscht her ass. Uh-oh. Yep. 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 Went a little bit too ham trying to hard read a fireball there. We can do that shit on reaction even, potentially. That's my bad. That's my bad. Got a little too ham with it. Certainly on me. Okay. No punish. We'll take that shit every day. Oh, I should have held it a little bit more. My bad. That kick can be a big problem. Fair. A little too much bunny hopping after her there. I'll get through him. It's fine. See? That's a little bit better. Oh, yeah. Only one hit of armor there. Oh, god. So true with the backdash. Oh, gotta check those. Oh god, heavy punch got haha funny because that little stomp she has hits pretty deep. Nice. Oh man. Oh, I'm gonna jump scared. The rumors are true. Oh, I can't armor that. I don't have the health at the lariats. Yeah. My bad. Had to lariat that earlier so we will be safe. We didn't have the health to armor anything. No man. Get grabbed, by the way. Bump. Drive reverse. Oh, I should do that more, by the way. I want to wake up drive reverse a little bit more, I think. Something we could be doing to supplement our defensive situations a little bit. No man. No drive rush overheads here, I'm afraid. Oh god, yes, this jury is very reset conscious, certain. That's fair. I'd like to not get burnt out here if possible. Well, I'm not going to get burnt out on the bright side. That's the good news. I mean, I guess I am technically at the end of this level 3, but I'm going to die before then, so it's fine. Ow. We can still do LSPD on modern, no? It's the simple input gives you heavy, right? The things you actually lose is like crouch and stand medium kick, I think. Am I stupid? Can you not actually like just still do the normal like technical inputs on modern? I think so. Okay. I mean, close set with that jury, but a couple of bad decisions by us in the clutch kind of cost us. The lariat's the wheel kick, right? A couple of silly things. Got our throw tech baited sometimes. That also just kind of happens, right? You gotta live and learn. Hang it on the edge of tomorrow, etc. Hello, Akum. I think some moves are hidden behind the auto button. Interesting. Oh god. Sure, did not expect that. Okay, that's fair. Oh, what the fuck? Anti-air DI. I mean, sure, I was not ready. It's a late-ass anti-air DI, too. Not just an anti-air DI. DP? No. A little bit surprised, not gonna lie. Definitely thought an EX DP was coming my way with how this Kuma's playing so far, but I guess not. Pretty gone. Fair enough. They had nerfed the damage on that, at least. That's something. +7 on that, or no, +3 on that? +7 if it's on out of drive rush, yeah. Oh, you know, he sat still for a second too. I thought he was in range, but no, he did shimmy back out. Nice. That would have killed him, I think. He is a Kuma, after all. What in the? Oh, shit, okay. Kuma's got scary air dares, apparently. I bet. I think I've been hit by one of those before. No, sir. Oh, God, that's a fucking sword normal. Sure. Try to jump a little bit less at this Kuma if we can help it. Oh, my God. He's a little bit late on that. Thankfully. Get over here. You can DP if you want to burn out on your own terms, possible. No. You just burn out on my terms instead. Bonk. Bonk. Oh, the headbutt sucks, but you're dead, right? You're a Kuma? Yeah. The scaling on headbutt is very painful, but he's a Kuma. And that was a jumping combo and all that. More damage at the start, too. A good time to be alive. Lariat's very good against air fireball, right? Goes through the fireball and usually hits the Akuma behind it, too. Very nice for a Geef in this matchup. Lariat v air fireball. Honestly, I tried to level 3 his ass. I did not, but I tried to. Oh, no driver checks because I'm ass. That sucks. That burnt me out, certainly. Not my favorite. Oh, we could have killed him there, damn near. Actually, we could have done crouching medium kick, lariats, crouching medium kick, hell stab, lariats, which would have been good damage, but not a kill. Okay. Oh, what? I was holding down and not down back, I suppose, right there. It's unfortunate. What in the? That has to be a misinput of some kind, right? A beverage of sorts? It's fine, though. He's dead, is the point. Woo! He's missing all of his jump punches, 3 and 5 HK, 2 and 5 MK, but he can absolutely do all the SPDs I just forgot. So true. Could you imagine if simple input gave you light SPD? That'd be fucking crazy. He's so good. Get grabs? Nope, he does not want to get grabbed. That's fair. I suppose. I can respect that. It's a chill-ass Viber, and I gotta respect that. Okay, sure. Meaty-ass Fireball. My bad. I guess I should be parrying those, right? It's like clear he can't throw me, like he's in the Fireball animation. That leg kick caught me. I did not realize he could poke me from that far away. That fast. It's a nice little leg kick you got there. Reminds me I should use my own a little bit more than I currently do. Oh my lord, okay. Round Star Jump EX Fireball is new tech, certainly. At least I have not been hit by said tech yet. +7 there, so that's the +7 one. Oh, I stood up into the second one, I crouched the first one? That's such bad news. Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay. Nice. Just trying to go for the read on him. Jumping the reset there. It's not quite what happens. What in the... Okay, he whipped the sweep. I didn't punish it. That's on me, obviously. It's a big problem. We gotta be punishing shit like that. Nice. Hasn't shimmied me so far, but does pull it out right. Oh, I'm not dead. Messed it up. There's a Worlds. Oh, there goes the Worlds. Okay. Fair enough, Bessie. What if I did this? You know. Why not, I guess. Why not? Yeah, I thought if he did like round start neutral jump, it would beat him. And I guess if he does round start fireball, it also beats him. Very funny. Take a quick half his HP off in that interaction real fast. This is fine by me because it damn near burns you out. That one, not quite as fine by me. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, nice. There we go. That does burn him out. Having punch out of block stun like that is very brave, and I did not expect it. It did catch me off guard, certainly. This fella is just whiffing his goddamn sweep on my ass, and I'm not ready for it. Oh, I should have borsted him, man. I didn't see it coming. Yep, should have borsted his ass. He's not ready. It's a funny matchup, yeah. The question was, the walk speed really nerfed him or buffed him? What are you talking about? It's definitely a nerf. It's just not that significant in the grand scheme of things. No, sir. Oh, tried to crouching leg kick there. Was a little bit too late on the check, though. Very plus knee right there. About as plus as knee gets. DP, sure. Gotta start baiting that out at least a couple of times here to make this Kuma a little bit more afraid of that situation. Oh, God. Also gotta start crouching both parts of that, not just the first one. Oh, I wonder if medium kick punishes there. I did body splash instead. I could've gotten a much better punish there, too. No, sir. Finally. The borscht memory triggers. Get down here. I thought I was gonna wake up D.I. personally. Oh, he jumped again. Really? No fear. The borscht would have killed his ass, too. Thank you. Again, Lariat's very good against EX air fireball, rather. I'll take some overheads. I'll get the shit beat out of me. Oh, you know. That's my bad. I really thought he was gonna go a little bit more ham, trying to get me into the corner, push me into it, and burn me out, or while I'm burned out, and like DI me and shit. But the hard was a little bit too much. When I saw him moving away, I should have at least not charged the heavy punch. Right? Unconfirmed that already lost a pretty good shimmy. Why would he lose a shimmy? His walk speed is still very fast. Is there some case where like he was able to walk out of something in time that he now can't? That would have been a very tight situation before, right? He still was like tied for fastest walk speed in the game, basically. Back walk speed with Chun and Jamie. He just used to be in like his own class, basically. Okay, maximum. Ooh, so true. Bonk, bonk, bonk. You know, honestly, for whipping a borscht, there are far worse fates. I'll take it. Oh god. Yeah. Tried to throw tech there and got my shit rocked. Happens. That's just not. Yeah, that's just not real. Oh, that's also a really bad idea. He really BM kick whiffed on him there? I thought it would have hit his. Oh yeah, right. I thought it would have hit his ass. I guess like his little his crouching move there, like kind of low profiled me, possibly. Driver jab used to be a true shimmy, but no longer. Oh, that's good. I mean, that is something. I mean, that is like meaningful for sure. Ow. DJ sway overhead pulls happens in slow motion, and yet I can never stop it. Not sure why. I mean, skill issue is the answer, but. I'm gonna headbutt his ass. Oh, I'm gonna headbutt and then try to bait this. He did it on a wake up instead, though. Fair enough. No, sir. Actually checking DJ drive rush. The greatest accomplishment of my adult life. Oh, I thought he would do it again. But yeah, no, he tried to. He did expect me respecting the DP. Well done. Oh, should have been dead, I think. I kind of saw that one come. That was kind of a similar pattern to what he did last time. Yeah. He could have killed me off that hit, I think, if he went to the CA, no? Or I would have been level 3, but still. Oh, body splash! I really didn't think it missed there. Oh god, I was going to headbutt to like frame trap his ass, you know what? Let's just go. Let's just do the thing. Body splash lets me down. I gotta pull out the big guns real quick. Lose half your health real quick, good sir. Okay. No, running from beneath. Interesting. Really thought he was gonna maximum. Oh god, just barely out of range. That's so sad. I'm not dead on the bright side. That's good. Yeah, I'm very alive. I mean, not very. I'm definitely alive. But I'm gonna have low health, obviously. This is an okay spot, honestly. He is burnt out still, and we're not. Oh yeah, we can't really. Yeah, we couldn't really block that, I guess. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Well done. I guess we couldn't really parry that. So we would have burnt out and died, and if we blocked it, we had to block it, and if we block it, we get burnt out. So I guess that little bit of drive it left us on was not as good. We could have, like, wake up lariated, I guess, but that's got its own risks, of course. Bonk, bonk. Get grabbed. Get down here, good sir. Stay down there, good sir. Baby. Okay. Interesting. I can't imagine he meant to do that, but sure. No, sir. Oh, man. I really gotta be using the jumping medium punch for these, like, horizontal situations. It's got that and jumping heavy kick have the most reach, the drop kick. Oh, he's dead. Cool. I'm trying to, like, jump or back dash out or something. So true, bestie. Oh, God. Clipped his toes, but yeah, knee's a very slow move still. Shouldn't be doing it to, like, start offense after, like, a +1 or 2 situation. Especially with the extended hurt box it's rocking now. No, sir. Oh! Tried to SPD and I guess I messed it up. So I shouldn't get counter hit there. We're +2, I think. It's definitely enough to beat anything else. Definitely enough to beat a throw, which is what he did to me. I just, again, did the input too slow, I think. Oh! Wait. Whoa! What the fucking... What in the kill rush? Maximum. Ooh. He's dead, right? Oh, he's just not dead, isn't he? 5,300? 5 drive bars. 6 drive bars is 48%. 7. Yeah, he's just not dead. He is burnt out, but this is a bad round to lose now. That's good. I'm blocking this. Yeah, okay. That would have been a bad round to lose. Yeah, did some slight miscalculations on level 3 right there on CA. Oh! So true, bestie. Rare footage of knee whiffing. Oh, again, jumping medium punch would have hit there, I think, or jumping heavy kick. Oh, I've been shimmied, but never punished. Fair enough. So true. Oh god, I was in throw range there, so true. I didn't think so. Good old built-in sway tools. Now, I will get thrown. I can take one more of those. How minus is that? Can I SPD that? Kind of curious. Now that you mention it, oh baby, he is feeling it. I should be when he whiffs things like that, I shouldn't just be like waiting to do something else. I gotta kill him for that. All right. Oh yeah, not a real thing. There was a gap. Tried to SPD him. It's not real. ZJ is not back tech, which reminds me that I should back tech. Maximum? Yeah. Oh, I didn't punish him? Really? Oh, I thought he would do it again. No, he's been trying to. I should be probably being a little bit more careful with how I bait out these. Yeah. Like stand a little bit further away so you can't just like back throw me like that. Oh, that wasn't. Oh, okay, so this is like a Rashid situation, I guess. It's always safer to punish that with heavy kick. Right? Heavy kick or crouch heavy punch. Just like if he recovers that fast when he hits the ground, if like most of his recovery is in the airborne states, then we probably should not be. Oh, he just barely didn't get burnt out. That's horrible news. He's got nothing. He's got nothing to defend himself at that point, though. Yeah, if he's just like recovering back quick once he hits the ground, we probably should just be hitting heavy kicks so we can like punish counter him in the air and still get the full combo. It's a little bit less damage, but it's a lot more damage than just missing it entirely, right? Maximum, sure. We kind of beat up his drive gauge pretty heavily already, honestly. He's not jumping, I don't think. Yep. Good old drive rush level 3. Catches more people than you think. Bonk. People usually expect a strike from a drive rushing Geef. It's the vibe that I get. Oh, party's on. I'll get thrown a bunch, honestly. I'd much rather get thrown than even get, you know, if I get shimmied once, I'd die. Oh, speaking of the devil. Bonk. Bonk. Nice. Caught him trying to jump out. Good stuff. I think we played that set pretty well in the grand scheme of things. I'm quite happy about that. We've been playing pretty well overall today. Some silly decisions. Do you know the Kobayan reset? I don't believe I do, no. Is it like drive rush knee into SPD or something? What resets does Geef have? Like off like a launch? Oh, Jameson. What the fuck? Okay. That's what. Are you gonna do it again? Yeah. You would do it a third time, right? You wouldn't. I think. I think the Jamie is trolling. Yeah. Okay. We'll take our MR and run, I guess. Yeah. Sure. I mean, if he wants to give me some MR, I'll take it. Yeah. This guy's on tilt? I suppose so. Like, I want to one and done him. Okay, one and done me. Okay, gotcha. I was like, I want to one and done him, but I almost want to see, like, if we play a second game, is he gonna do it again? But no, he decided to one and. Okay, sure. Yeah, I don't know exactly what's wrong with that guy, but you know, I hope he gets better. Oh, what the hell? That was a bright green 5-bar. After Hell Stab, Drive Rush, do Crouching Light Punch, Headbutt. After Hell Stab, Drive Rush. Like you're saying Hell Stab into... So you're saying it's basically a Drive Rush enhanced Crouching Light Punch into Headbutt? How's this a reset? Unless I'm misunderstanding what you're talking about. Because like, Drive Rush Light Punch into Headbutt or SPD is like fundamental Geef mix, no? Oh god. Oh. No parrying on Wake Up Miss. You do this already? Okay, I mean, That's like very... I mean, maybe Kobayan is the one who invented it, in which case, you know. Big ups to my goat. But yeah, it feels like it's very fundamental, like, Geef mix. It's just, you're plus 10 off Drive Rush, Crouching Light Punch. So at that point, you know, you can do, like, from here, off that, you can do Headbutt or SPD. That's mix. And so I'll step into Drive Rush, then combo into the Light Punch, then you do the Headbutt. Yeah, no, I got you. I know what it is, in that case. Maybe he just hates Geef? Maybe. I mean, I thought Jamie fights him some Geef pretty well. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think Geef Jamie is like a horrible matchup for Jamie. But maybe I'm incorrect. Okay, I'll seal myself a little bit too much. Things been working against Sasaki a little bit too much. I tried some funny stuff. And then bad things happen to me, as they should, to be fair. As they definitely should. One of them. She's in the... Oh, she's in the infinite. She's in the infinite. She's... dead? Yes, okay. Guile's theme? Yeah. I bought me, yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I spent the drive tickets on the music instead, because I really miss Guile's theme. Oh, Terry. Hello. Oh god, I thought she was gonna drive rush after it. She was waiting to anti-air my ass. That's very fair. Oh, I thought I blocked that. I guess I must hit down back last second. Muscle memory. I held back for a bit, but I think I just didn't commit basically to the overhead block. Bitchin'. Oh, that's unfortunate. So Drew bestie. Owie. Bonk. Get grabbed. Oh, they parried and everything. Oh, they parried everything too. No, miss my misinput in SPD. Not like this. So rough. Oh, it's so rough. Okay, wait. Oh, nice. Yeah. Because that also they parry there. We burn them out. We do a bunch of damage, but I do just die. Ow. Yeah, I think Jamie, he deals with armor pretty well. I think Geef can't stop him from drinking, like, in neutral that well, honestly. And he also has, like, pretty quick back walk speed, right? So he can walk away from Geef and poke him out decently. I got my fucking drive gauge eviscerated, by the way. Help me. Sure. There you go. God damn, so I meant to do last time. Punk. Sure. Oh, nice. Good stuff. Yeah. Thought I caught them there. But good doing the DI there. The correct choice. Well done, well done. Good shit by the Aki. Though I've heard that at level 4, Jamie's throw hitbox gets bigger. So actually, like, at level 4, Geef can SPD him from further away than he can at the other levels. Fair. She has got me. Sure. No, man. You have not got me. I lied to you. I've been baited. What is happening? She's hitting all of her buttons. And I'm glad she's having a good time. Gonna drive rush at me. I gotta stop it. Yep. Drive rush into jump over me once I block something. She's plus on, right? That's kind of been the modus operandi for the Aki so far. That counts too. Plus after the air-to-air situation. This Aki is like fully committed to just jumping over me in the corner. I have to be more ready to attempt to stop that. Get grabbed. Bonk. Yep. That reversal does not work very well against Mr. Geef, unfortunately. It's just not throw-in vuln. He can still drive or sweep in a lot of situations to prevent drinks, but even if he gets drinks, I think he really struggles in neutral versus Geef's buttons. Fair. Oh, I can see that take. I don't think it's like, by the way, I don't think it's like a horrible matchup for Geef or anything. I just think, you know, like it's not a bad matchup for Jamie either. In terms of like why that guy might just tilt when he sees a Geef. Get grabbed. Oh, you know, we didn't get punished for the SPD because of all that parry recovery on the bright side. Oh, you're dead. My hell stab doesn't exist. It's a figment of my imagination. That's horrible news. Bonk, bonk. Okay, now you're dead. My bad. My bad. Just pretend I got that level 3 and she died. I get the premise. I think Geef's just a very tilting character to some. Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been one and done the bunch playing Geef, especially after this patch. Like after the season 2.5 patch. I'm not sure if it's just that, you know, people like hadn't picked up the game in a bit, came back. People are like a little bit less dedicated, more prone to like just like one and doneing, playing for just kind of passing by, right? Hard to say. Ooh, little Miss Rissa. Like I feel like the butt crumpler. Hello. I feel like I did not get that many one and dones on Geef, or like in general at all. But then I think a bunch of people came back, and then suddenly. There was like the one session I had last week where I had like it was like a 30% one and done rate or something. It was crazy. Get grabbed. Oh, she parried again? Bad idea. Look, you can feel that extra 500 health on her health bar, right? Like that SPD does definitely visually a lot less on her than it might on some others. Take some guaranteed damage. I'm gonna die. I think I am maybe a little bit guilty of just like going for a little bit too many resets sometimes. Her anti-air is stinky. That lost? What do you mean? We should be whiff punishing that with like a heavy kick or something. Even at the very least, like a medium kick, right? Marissa clearly top 1. Oh yeah. It's not super common still, but after playing every character, the master is definitely the most common on Geef, Blanca, and Dhalsim. That makes sense. Right, Geef and Dhalsim just like the two most like extreme characters on either side, and then Dhalsim, Blanca just like I think people find him like people who don't understand what he does, they think he's just like a gimmick character, I guess. Oh. Should have killed her for that. I didn't realize she whiffed her overhead. I should do more of that personally. I could definitely benefit from doing much more wake up drive reversal. Especially now that, I mean, not that I ever used to do it that much, but especially because jump cancel SPD is not an option. And to do EX into level 3, but it's fine. Since jump cancel SPD is no longer an option, that's kind of our only get out of jail free card, besides like level 3, right? Should use more of that. Dude, I think this Mercy is also like kind of slow on the draw, but it feels like her air to airs are like literal garbage, you know? Or her anti-airs. Oh, she's still parrying though. I feel like I've grabbed her out of stuff a bunch, but I've not put the Fear of God in her yet. That's fair. Thought command grab may be coming. Oh, second time. Yeah, I was right. But which armor punch wins, Marissa's or Geef's? Marissa's. Marissa's break armor. You can't even DI it. Like if you try to DI Gladius, you lose. Let alone Geef heavy punch. 1, 2. Good old trade combos. Thank you, headbutt. Drive reversal, sure. You're done, by the way. Oh god. Ah, nice. That is you can always reset into that. Gotta be careful if I get clipped by the parry. I consider myself decent at this game. I can do all the fundies to at least a decent extent. Everything falls apart for me when I fight a Blanca. He's a tricky boy, right? He's a tricky boy. He also, I think he's one of those characters you have to like learn how to fight him. Like he plays a very special game. Oh, really? I thought they've been parrying a bunch. That's a lot of damage I'm gonna eat right now, especially if they go into level 3. I also spent 2 drive gauge on the EX SPD. Trying to like really hammer it home, but dude, it's so unfortunate. You know that? To be fair, they're trying to anti-air me with that like uppercut, I guess. It's not. They're not even doing crouching heavy punch. Is why a lot of their problems are coming from. I think they're not doing like crouch heavy punch. They're doing like that thing. It seems like I mean EX sure, but like seems like a very strange anti-air choice. Otherwise, good air there, understandable. First off, did I just DI a Gladius? I guess it's only the fully charged one or the heavy one that breaks DI and burns, which sucks. Get away from me. I said, get away. Look how much burnout he builds back just hitting you. No, ma'am. Back throw, sure. You wouldn't DI me. We're better friends than that, right? I would get overheaded. Oh, I wouldn't get overhead. Look at me. I'm a genius. I'm the best to ever do it. I saw the overhead. I knew it was my time. I was buffering it. I saw the overhead. I let it rip. The overhead is guaranteed reversal. She's stuck. She can't jump, backdash, anything like that. That was a pretty nice reaction, honestly. Like, I was churning the butter anyways, but then when I saw her go for the overhead, I'm like, oh, okay. Hit L. Or punch, I guess, in this case. Light punch. Ooh, okay. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. Butter churn. Oh yeah. I do have the problem sometimes where like if I try to like buffer 720, right? And then I like oh, okay, I'm not gonna level 3, but then I wake up and I just want to punch or do something else for some reason anyway. But like the buffer still holds and I get my level 3 regardless. That can oftentimes be a little bit of a problem. But yeah, that is gonna do it for this video here. I kind of need to be done a little earlier than normal, so I might rob you guys of like 20 minutes of stream time or something and just end, but we'll see. We'll let me send the VOD watcher on the way first, and then I'll double check some things and see. But VOD watchers, hello, hi. Hope you had a good time with the video. If you did, any kind of like, subscribes, comments, bells, all that good stuff helps out a lot. You know how it be. I also do stream every day from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern, except for Fridays. So be sure to come by and hang out if you're interested. Link in the description. Love to have you. I also have a Discord, a great place to, you know, make some friends, get some matches. But if you do join, then be nice or I will shoot you in the head in Minecraft. Again, link down there. Most importantly, hope you had a great time hanging out today, as always. I know I sure did. Some pretty well played Geef, I think. I think if we're playing like a nice, fundamentally sound Geef, and we just like do wheel kicks and shit, I think we've gotten pretty decent at the anti-airing, or we've gotten okay at driver checking. That's got the big problem for sure, and we're okay at counter DIing, right? But I think if we play ourselves like a nice focused game, I think we can definitely get to 1600, right? We've been stuck at like this 1500 sort of threshold for a long time. We definitely are good enough to get to 16. We just have to be on our game. So we'll see though. For now, having a lot of fun with Geef. Gonna be a lot more coming your way, and until then, I will see you in the next one. Peace. I will say it does feel great to have Guile's theme play while I'm playing the matches. I'll tell you. I have a bit of an issue with Aki's level 2. We're playing footsies and blocking sometimes turns to super when I want fireball. Yeah, I mean the buffer window is kind of big in this game sometimes for sure, right? And the input reader is also quite generous. those two things combined definitely can get you some funny situations. I know for a fact there was one time, God, I was trying to like crouching light punch someone or something like that as like a poke in neutral. This like never happens, but it did happen to me the one time where like I was just kind of like doing a bunch of like walk back, walk forward, like crouching to not get my toes checked, stuff like that. I ended up doing like crouch light punch, and somehow it was level 2. That's like the weirdest misinput I've had probably my entire life, right? Is trying to like walk back and forward and poke. I got double quarter circle forward level and punch. I got level 2. Just very, very confusing at the time, but in hindsight, I guess I probably was doing like this, you know, like this, like almost this, just a little bit slower, you know, like where you like what you would look like if you were buffering. We just kind of like crouch and move forward a bunch. This is what I like to do a lot, just like close space, right? It's kind of like walk forward, block, walk forward, block, walk forward, block. So I get the idea, but it surprised me a lot of the time. When I fight a good Blanca, I'm like, all right, fair. I can tell you're doing good shit. When I fight ones that beat me with what feels like 50 consecutive reaction checks, I feel bad. I mean, fair enough, but also you gotta remember, there's a bit of a trap, right? There's a bit of a trap. If they're beating you with 50 consecutive reaction checks, right? Either, I mean, that shit's fake and you gotta do better, or maybe that's not bad Blanca gameplay necessarily, right? Reaction checks are not, just because something is reactable does not mean it's fake, right? All it means is it's mental stat. In general, this game, it's still my fault for losing. Yeah, no, I was saying, you know, like as far as getting reaction checked is not necessarily even like fake shit necessarily. This game is mostly mental stack. There are very few outside like throw loops and like geef and the command grabs and stuff. There are not very many like real 50-50s in this game, I suppose. A lot of it is just gonna be mental stack nonsense. So Blanca is very good at that too. He's got a lot of like weird shit. That's all got its own thing going on. Yeah, let me check something real quick on the sidelines here, fellas. Okay. Yeah, I think I am probably gonna end a little bit early. Usually we would go for like another, like, you know, 13 minutes or something. I think I am gonna end just a teensy-weensy bit earlier here today. So hope you guys had a good time with the stream. On the Twitch side of things, we'll find someone to raid in a second here. And then on the YouTube side of things, I will see you guys tomorrow. Wall Brawl is happening. Grand Blue tournament. 2v2 this week. So if you want to sign up, find a team member. If you want to come by and watch, it should be a good time, I think. Should be a fun time to watch the 2v2 bracket. But yeah, see you on the YouTube side of things. And let's find someone to raid on the Twitch side of things. It was fun hanging out.